Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crit One and Done's live stream. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Chris, and I'm joined tonight, as always, by our players. We have Mike.
I'm playing Dangar Malice.
Yes, the cold-blooded elvish sorcerer Dangar Malice. We have Mac.
Yo.
Playing the big and burly wave the open fist monk Jack Darkfist. And we have Austin.
What's up, everybody?
Playing the devilishly accented Thaddeus Undersnatch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, so we are back tonight with episode 8 of my campaign, the Thieves Gambit. And
Our campaign.
I created it.
It's a collaborative
You guys are
story.
just in my world.
This is the most I've ever agreed with Austin. It's a collaborative story.
I get it. All right, anyways.
It's really more our campaign than it is your campaign.
I want to shut up.
We're going to make Chris so mad.
Anyways, as always, if you'd like to check out any of our past episodes, clips, highlights, anything else, check us out on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. And let's start by mentioning, and don't forget to check out our sponsor, Legendary Realms Terrain. 1 second. There we go. Legendary Realms Terrain, either on their Instagram or website, lrterrain.com. They specialize in hand-painted 3D terrain for immersive RPGs and tabletop gaming. And you'll get 10% off your order if you use our discount code CRIT1ANDDONE. And also, don't forget to check out our other sponsor, WizardWorks, which we had the owner and creator of WizardWorks on our last episode, Dylan. WizardWorks makes some awesome D&D accessories, everything from custom-made rugs, tabletop TV boards, dice holders. And again, if you use our code CRIT1ANDDONE, you'll save 10% off your order. So, as always, we're going to begin tonight's session with a brief recap, so you'll know what happened last episode, and we'll be all caught up and ready to roll some dice.
Welcome back. It is I, your narrator. Before we dive into today's episode, a quick word from our official sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by the establishment formerly known as Wolfman Jack's Rootin' Tootin' Water Park. It's still very much open. The owner, who used to be Wolfman Jack, now has to go by Geronimo Ray. This happened because of a pretty expensive copyright lawsuit that's really cast a shadow over the whole operation. Cause of recent inspections and licenses still up in the air, both of the park's slides are shut down. Feel free to come look at the slide that looked like it came from a playground, or that plastic table they once tried to use as a slide. Geronimo Ray's Rootin' Tootin' Water Park. It's an unthemed experience, now pretty much without its main water slides. And our raffle, with the grim chance to win unflavoured salt sticks, is still going on, like some kind of sad parade. Let's be honest, loneliness is a lion, and we're all limping gazelles waiting to be eaten alive. Geronimo Ray's Rootin' Tootin' Water Park. Silence is deafening in the land where laughter once lived. And now to the episode. When we last saw Jack, Thaddeus, and Dangar, they had just finished slaughtering the guards in the museum and began to interrogate the shopkeeper. On the threat of a most agonizing death, the spectres convinced him to help them try and locate the rare artifacts they knew to be somewhere in this building. A most surprising individual then stumbled into their path, the halfling wizard Milo Willowit, current member of the Whispering Shadows, Jack and Thaddeus's former gang. He was sent by his leader, Silas Whisperwind, to track down the spectres and bring them to him. Milo told them Silas may have work for them. In the meantime, he agreed to help them with their current situation after attempting to open a door upstairs whilst foolishly not checking it for traps. Thaddeus was teleported someplace else. The spectres eventually were able to open this door and uncover some information within the office. The sword that Jack and Thaddeus were sent to recover for their deity mask was somewhere in the museum. Meanwhile, Dangar cleverly used his gaseous form spell to whisk himself through a blocked door in the basement and came face to face with another door. This door, however, was enchanted with some type of elvish spirit. After finally pulling the lever up in the office, which our DM tried so hard to hint to our players to pull, and after Jack chucked the shopkeeper at the hidden door in the basement in an attempt to open it, killing him brutally, the rest of the team joined Dangar in the basement. The door promised a reward and passage to the next room if they could answer its 3 riddles. They learned the spirit within the door was trapped by its master, a man named Ollivander. This was the CEO owner of the museum. After answering the second one incorrectly, the door punished them by releasing acid into the now sealed off room. While taking some damage, they managed to get the last riddle correct and now entered the room beyond. Trying to make out what was within the pitch blackness, they realized they finally reached the actual museum part of the museum. It wasn't so museum-wide upstairs to their disappointment. Thaddeus was trapped inside a cage at the far end of this room and attempted to try and escape, but to no avail. Once inside, the spectres and Milo became trapped as the enchanted door shut behind them. A fierce battle then ensued, with the team having to face off against an invisible stalker, a lesser beholder, and a shadow mastiff. They managed to recover Mask's sword and also found what Milo learnt to be one of the founding tablets of Baldur's Gate. They would need to learn who to sell this to, because, unlike Indiana Jones, this had no place in a museum but was only worth its weight in gold to them. Once they defeated these creatures and released Thaddeus, they checked the only remaining closed door in the room. Much to their surprise, a magical portal lay within. Milo sent his rat companion Elvis through the portal to scout ahead. Through Elvis's eyes and ears, Milo learned that Ollivander was waiting within some unknown ruins to meet someone. The spectres decided to rest and wait to see if Ollivander would come back through the portal. Eventually, Ollivander did attempt to return through the portal, but once he saw the spectres and Milo, he quickly plunged back into it. They decided to give chase and came upon a most unexpected scene. Ollivander was meeting with the lesser deity of wealth and trade and also a sworn enemy of Mask, Joaquin. She promised Ollivander vast riches if he were to break the curse on Mask's sword for her to use against him. The spectres and Milo attempted to sneak closer to this meeting, but Jack, being the clumsy and morbidly afraid of centipedes because one crawled across him, kind of half-orc that he is, stumbled and alerted Ollivander and Joaquin. Another fierce battle raged between them and the warlock Ollivander. The spectres managed to knock him unconscious and were planning on interrogating him for more information. Milo took Ollivander's staff and gave it to Dangar as a gesture of goodwill. Dangar now had a formidable and impressive staff of power. This is where our story continues.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody. So we're all caught up. You guys just took out the evil warlock Ollivander. You're standing over his corpse as we speak. Dangar got the ever so powerful Staff of Power. Aptly named. So yeah. Gentlemen, what would you like to do?
We investigated him for everything, right? There weren't any crazy keys or anything like that, I remember.
Nope.
I think you checked specifically for a key last time.
Yes.
But the main thing was the deity that he was talking to.
Yes.
We got to talk about that.
Lesser deity of wealth and trade. I remember. All right. Where do we leave off?
Well, I think at this point we need to get back. There's no. Can I roll perception just to look around and see if there's any, like, I know we're in this courtyard in this other plane, but I want to just kind of. No, I was teabagging. Yeah, I want to like walk out to the edge of the courtyard and just see if there's any landmarks that might look familiar, or if there's any towns or cities in the distance.
We're getting slight echo apparently on our audio. I mean, is it super noticeable, Mark, or might have to tweak that? Okay, it could be the new room. Which, by the way, we are now in a dedicated D&D room here at Crit One and Done headquarters. You guys have seen it on our reels or on our stories on Instagram. Matt, go like this to show everyone the room.
Like Jesus on the cross.
Jesus on the cross. Jesus had the best
Oh,
abs.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, I'll aid you in your perception.
Okay. All right, hold on, let me pull my character back
I'll
up.
give you guys.
All right.
Apparently, there's like a little bit of echo. I guess when you guys are talking, I don't know. Maybe it's the mic crossing or.
No, that's weird.
We could always listen to it later on.
Let's go. Nat 20.
All right, like I had mentioned, you went through this portal. You came into these ruins. You don't recognize your surroundings. You're in like a desolate, area on top of a plateau. Don't recognize the ruins. You don't know who built this ruin. You don't recognize the area you're in. There's nothing around you.
Can I investigate the ruins to see if there's any languages or any glyphs written on them or anything like that?
There's nothing.
Nothing. Alright, can I
There's
investigate?
nothing decipherable. There's no
I was bounced.
perceptible.
Yeah.
Can I see if there's any like hidden panels or anything trying to?
If you want to.
Oh yeah.
Strong feeling. You should have said.
There's
There's
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
We'll see. 19.
There's nothing.
I want to investigate a second. 23.
There's nothing.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Third time's the charm.
go
There
ahead
are
and
no hidden panels.
we're gonna move
treasures.
everyone back to the portal and portal back to
We're
the.
gonna jump through the portal.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka, that
We'll leave
that shit.
Ollivander there.
Yeah.
That creepy song that plays. In
I
the
take his clothes. No, sorry. I take his shoes. Just his shoes.
I lay half his body through the portal and then I break the portal. What happens?
I don't know. You guys are trekking somewhere.
All right, so we'll go
So
through the portal.
We're back in the basement.
All
Okay.
right, you guys hop through the portal. You're back inside the quote unquote museum.
Put the
We checked the one door that was locked. Correct, because there were 4 doors.
Yeah, the door that was locked or
Had the portal.
had the
behind it?
portal.
that
Yeah.
was the portal door. Yeah,
No,
that
the-
was the little alcovey area with the portal.
All right, is it possible to investigate the basement for any same thing, hidden panels?
You
Anything
did already.
crazy? We did already.
Previous episode, that's where you found the founder's tablet.
Correct.
So you have that. You guys found the one of the founding tablets of
No,
the city of Baldur's Gate.
I think I gave when we ran back to
You gave it to what's his
I
name?
gave it to Sequester. We ran when we
You had a quick
hustled back. Yeah.
Request a condo, Cliff.
Ollivander stuck his head through the portal and you didn't grab him.
So we gotta figure out some shit because
We got
we
plenty of stuff to figure out. We
yeah.
got a lot of things on the agenda.
All right. I'll say to Milo, as you can tell, we got a lot going on. We're going to head back to our state, figure some things out. We'll go see Silas tomorrow.
One more. We need to figure out a plan. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh, which by the way, thank you again to Dylan from Wizardworks for joining us last session.
Hell yeah.
Was not able to be here tonight. So going forward, I'll be taking over for his character, Milo. What was the last name? I don't remember.
Willowit.
Milo Willowit.
And Elvis will.
Yeah.
His little rat companion. So I'll be role playing for him.
Okay. So we tell Milo that like we're gonna head back to the Bastion.
Go see Silas. He's been waiting for you guys. But I'm
Hint,
with
hint,
you all the
wink,
way.
wink.
Get going.
All right. So how far are we from the Bastion right now?
Like an hour or 2 walk at the
Yeah,
most.
Okay.
we ran.
You're a
there,
couple
ran
districts
back.
over,
So do we need to? Can we say that we just travel back there, or do we need to?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Fast travel, or do we have to role play walking back?
No, you don't have to go.
Okay.
You want to go back to the Bastion?
Yes.
Yes.
We gotta figure some shit out.
We'll set a little as we set the board for this. We'll figure out a little little travel music here.
There you go. All right, we get Milo out of there. Okay. Other board, right?
Oh yeah, hold on.
The couch is not there.
Is that where it is? It's on the couch.
Austin.
Actually, hold on,
It's
let
in
me,
one of the tubes. You need the grassy one. I don't know if that one doesn't have grass on the inside. I don't think does it.
No, it's just another stone.
No, I'm talking about the one that's on the couch over there.
No, it's ice.
Okay. How's everybody feeling tonight? We all doing good on this glorious Friday evening?
We're morphing.
Okay.
Eat grass up your ass.
Just gonna,
Yeah, you have socks
Leave
on
it
you
there.
to step on. I don't give a shit.
I do not have socks on.
What are you, barefoot?
No, I'm wearing my slides.
That works.
Check on my back.
The Bastion has arrived. It flies in onto the board.
Oh, the Bastion. The
Wiz-
most magic Bastion.
Wizard of Oz style.
I cast Fly in the Bastion.
It's a pretty powerful fly spell.
And Dangar doesn't fuck around. There we go.
You get a couple of the NPCs.
Or Snoopy.
There we go. Snoopy Dandyfoot. Isn't Snoopy a girl?
Snoopy, boy, Undertow.
Here.
Cool.
Sequester and
Miranda. I'm chilling.
Oh, Miranda's in there, and so
Yeah.
is Sequester.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know they were still chilling physically inside the basket. There's Milo. Here's some
well,
guards.
he went back to.
Yeah, Milo's not with us.
He bumped it.
Where'd he go?
We sent Milo back to
To Silas.
Silas.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Tell Silas to wait for us.
We'll see him soon.
Uh,
And the dwarven guards. The gate.
Jesus. If you guys only knew the technical setup.
We
have
put the
over
guards
here.
on.
Very precarious.
We put the guards on high alert, didn't we?
I think we did.
Yeah.
I don't remember why. Oh, because
I don't
of
remember
no, I do remember why. Because of
We were being
Madame Dumont.
Madame Dumont.
Because there were
Because
our boy Billy. No, our boy Billy too.
Oh yeah, Billy's around somewhere.
Yeah, where's Billy?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, that's Billy.
Oh, that's Billy. Sure.
Billy's working in the
Billy's
kitchen.
cooking.
Yeah,
He better be cooking.
Billy's
If they're
slaving.
not
Billy's-
safe,
Billy's
I will
slaving
throw
in the
that door.
kitchen.
Yeah. Okay.
Break Billy's fingers. Is Vara still at our place?
Yeah, Var's
He should-
chilling, man.
yeah,
He's
Oh,
part of the-
he
part of the
was
gang
guarding upstairs.
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
He's guarding upstairs.
Okay.
All right.
So you arrive back at the Bastion. You got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to figure out, what moves to make, what
Okay.
contraband to sell, all that good stuff.
Let's go talk to Sequester first. Find out what he's learned about the Founder's Tablet.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we'll walk inside.
It has not been 2 days though since you've tasked him with
Yeah.
finding
Okay.
out any information
What time
about
of
the
day is it
tablet.
roughly now?
I'm trying to remember where. I would say at this point you're in probably like early evening because
Okay.
It's got to be getting dark.
yeah,
All right.
coming up in the evening. By
Well-
the next morning, Sequester will have some information about the tablet for you.
Okay. So it's really just the three of us need to figure out like what the next steps are. So we have that sword, we have the Founder's Tablet, we have the black powder, and we know of Joaquin,
Joaquin the deity, and we know Silas wants the
And here's the ring.
the ring with the dwarven inscription.
the one ring to rule them all.
Well, no, that ring has the writing on it. That's the same name as the blacksmith in Worms Crossing.
And we need to talk to him about the black powder also.
Correct. I think he was one of the people we sent for the black powder.
Yeah. No, he was the one that Sequester said would know about it.
$2,000 per keg, dwarf merchant. Yeah, Hammerhand.
What is this dollar you speak of?
2,000 gold.
Dollar bills, y'all.
They can rain it.
All right. So at
We
this
go
point,
inside.
yeah.
You're going through the door, and I say, I would like to perceive if I smell Billy cooking. Is he doing his job?
As you enter the estate, Billy's slaving away in the kitchen, sweating up. You smell the very briny scent of like a fish stew on the stove. So nice.
You ate human stew.
I want fish.
I'd rather eat
It's
human.
got some nice crabs from the harbor in it. Some scallops, a
Dang,
lobster floating in there.
Dangar's a
Potatoes,
little impressed.
carrots,
Potatoes.
boil them, mash them.
I likes it raw. Alright, so I walk here and I say, Billy, smells great in here. Seems like you've really fallen into your new position.
Yeah, I mean, he's running around the kitchen throwing pepper in this thing. You know, the stove's flaring up. There's pots boiling over. He's like, I'm managing. I got it all under control.
How
Are
long?
you guys hungry?
How long till it's finished?
Oh, momentarily. Just have a seat at the table.
Sit down and talk over some food.
Not bad, Billy.
Thank you, sir.
Not bad.
Can I see my family yet?
Not yet.
No.
You're getting closer to having visitation
My wife is
privileges.
pretty worried about me.
How would you know?
How would you know? Have you left her a post?
I mean, I would assume she is. She hasn't seen me in days.
We sent her
I
a
think
message.
I'm dead.
I'll tell you what.
She's being well taken care of.
I'll tell you,
What's that supposed to mean?
Jack. Is it possible? Let's Billy. How much gold do you think you've earned in your work so far?
I've been employed for at least several days. I mean, I've seen some things around here that probably.
Careful, Billy.
I mean, I'm just saying.
How much would you have made working on the bridge if you were working there instead of here with us?
Perhaps a gold at most.
Good. So here's what we're gonna do.
Piece?
Jack, do me a favor. You could call one of the messengers, one of the guards. Billy, I'm gonna send your wife another note with 50 gold, saying that everything's going great and you're excelling and if you keep this up, you might get a
50
promotion.
gold. I mean, that's like 2 months' pay at
Exactly.
the bridge.
And that's also enough.
I'm curious who's operating.
Sounds like you need to shut the fuck up and be
Oh,
happy,
yeah, I'm
Billy.
sorry. Here's some stew. Passing up the stew.
And that 50 gold is for you not to be curious. You understand? Jack,
So nothing.
Jack, do you mind calling in one of your...
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Snoopy. Pop her head in
I write a
real quick.
note
Okay.
saying that...
Snoopy enters.
What was the agency I said we were last time? Boulders Gate Incorporated or something like that. Whatever. I was writing a note with the same exact...
Yeah.
I would remember.
Letterhead
Same
or
letter
whatever,
and
yeah.
everything saying how here's Billy's first week's pay. He's doing amazing. He requested that we send it to you directly.
Yeah. And we have Billy make his mark on the piece of paper.
There you go. We send...
Probably just puts a splatter of stew on it.
She'll
He
know.
can't write or read.
She knows what the stew splattered.
He's but a lowly gnome who operated an elevator.
Yeah.
He's a cook.
He'd still make
He's
his
an
mark.
accomplished chef.
He is a chef.
What are we talking about?
He's
He
moving
doesn't
up.
need to know how to read or write.
He's moving up in the world.
Train him to fight.
Oh, but he's-
Sonny all fucking
Take it
put him in
He
the
can
ring.
smack people with the pots and pans.
Oh, God.
Deadly
Alright,
with that
so
cast iron.
we sit down, we eat. As we're eating, we should talk some things out.
So sequester is going to need a little time. So the founder's tablet, I think for now can go on the back burner. The black powder, do we want to keep it for ourselves or do we want to sell it?
We have 2 kegs.
2 kegs. I think between the 3 of us, we are accomplished enough that we can get by without it. If we can make 4,000 gold, to me, I want that gold.
Maybe we should sell one of the kegs. Because I would like to try to make some explosive tips for my arrows. See if I could tinker around with that.
I also use it for trade and mortar.
You do that too.
We could also use it to bolster our defenses.
I don't know.
Well, worst comes to worst, we can
We'll bring both.
we can bring both
We'll
kegs.
bring both of
If
them
he could make me explosive
Yeah.
arrowheads from it,
and
I just
sell them
don't
the
know.
rest.
Sit here
Yeah.
and just listen to them bullshit.
I'll just
Okay.
pay him for labor.
And what was the? What else did we need to ask them? We needed to ask the.
Not the ring. We have the ring with the inscription from the clan. The dwarven clan of the blacksmith. Clan
Okay.
Hammerhead.
Let's go. Let's do that in the morning then. Let's go talk to them first, and then we need to decide what we're gonna do with Joaquin and the sword and mask. Again, you guys have a decision to make.
I'm keeping the sword on my person.
If it's
The armor.
if it's up to me between satisfying a deity and your religion or wealth beyond our wildest dreams, to me that is no decision at all. And that is our end goal, is riches and money for whatever our own reasons are. That's why we're working together.
Things to consider. We should also maybe, towards the end of the night or sometime in the middle of the day, go see Silas. Says he has a job for us. Opportunity to make more money.
Silas is a follower of Mask, though, correct?
No,
don't
he
think
just
so.
operates the Whispering Shadows.
Yes, we're
Correct.
followers of
Silas was the or is the head of the
Whispering Shadows, but the Whispering Shadows aren't connected to Mask at all.
No,
Okay.
just us.
They're just a Thieves Guild. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's turn in for the night then. We'll.
Or we could
What?
get the casino up and running for tonight.
That you cannot do
Oh.
until
The sequester's done.
Sequester! Take up all your resources right now.
You son of a bitch.
So by the next day, you'll have freedom to either, to do as you wish with your bastion.
Let's finish eating. Let's turn in. We'll move on the ring and on the black powder in the morning.
As you're finishing up the meal, discussing everything, Billy walks over and says, Good sirs, did you enjoy the meal? Where's dessert? I might have a bit of cheese and wine, mulled wine, if you'd like.
I'll take a nice fine glass of wine, Billy.
Oh, good. Let me just go into the pantry and take it out.
Pour me
He scurries away and
I say, Billy.
Gets a nice mulled wine.
I say, Billy,
cheese,
bring me a bottle.
crackers.
Bring me a bottle with 2
cheese.
glasses.
Okay. He plops the glasses and the bottle down. Would you like me to pour it for you, sir?
So no, I'll be taking these upstairs myself.
Oh, okay.
Get the boys a different glass. A different bottle.
I'm not drinking tonight, Billy.
Okay, and then for you, good Jack?
Bring the barrel of mead.
Jack drinks downstairs alone.
Alright.
I'm just gonna go to my room and enjoy myself.
Down it.
Yeah.
Lay in bed and just like at the spigot in your mouth.
I think
Where's
tell Billy,
the?
if he wants to come by, have a couple of drinks with the boy, he's more than welcome.
All right, I might join you in a few flagons of mead.
Make sure, before you do anything, make sure you clean this place, Billy.
Oh, of course.
What do you think
My
I
job.
gave you that 50 gold for?
Yeah, of course. I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
All right. So I'm gonna go turn in. Before I go to sleep.
Well, turn in, meaning you're just gonna go
Meditate.
stare at a wall and meditate.
But I'm gonna attune to the Staff of Power
Okay.
because I need to attune
I'm going
to
to take
that.
the bottle of wine with the 2 glasses and head up to see Miranda.
Why don't you mimic how you're attuning to the staff? Show the audience.
I'm gonna sit cross-legged.
Tune your staff.
I'm gonna hold the staff. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm just gonna fucking chill. Yeah, the Austin dance. Hey, that might be how Thaddeus attunes to items.
I think I make those
That-
boots make me fly.
All right. So I'm gonna long rest. I'm gonna attune to the Staff of
While
Power.
he's doing that, I would like to take the bottle of wine, the 2 glasses up to the top floor.
Surely.
Let me get a claw.
Tiger claw. All right. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Let me move this down.
There you go.
Beautiful. I head up there. I walk past Vara. Before I go, I say, Vara, how's everything going up here? Everything good?
Everything's fine. It just stinks of that whatever's coming out of his pipe. Can't stand it. Chokes me up. I think I'm
Once-
allergic to it.
I'm up here. Why don't you go out, get some fresh air? Jack is drinking in his room. Why don't you go have some mead with Jack?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. I could use a beverage or two.
Send Vara down to go drink with Jack.
So Sequester at this point in the evening is kind of done with his task for the day. Is kind of passed out in the corner.
Yeah.
Pipe in hand, just glass of wine next to him. By the roaring fire.
And the fog rolls in.
Alright, so I go up to Miranda and say, Miranda, how are things going? And I'm opening the bottle of wine and like, all that's happening.
Oh, is this for us?
This was for us. I pull 2 glasses of wine, I hand her one. Just how are things going up here?
Thank you, Thaddeus. It's been a very arduous day. I mean, we've been researching the
The
tablet.
vocabulary on this shit.
She's intelligent.
That's
Me and Vara
true.
are playing Thunderstruck.
We've been researching this tablet all day, and I feel like I'm getting contact high from Sequester's pipe over here. I've been sleepy.
Well, actually, Sequester shouldn't be sleeping. He should be burning through the night to get this tablet
He's
done.
passed out.
He's
before.
taking a nap, I believe, but we'll be back at work momentarily.
Miranda's taking the night shift. Say good. Are you?
But also, you guys aren't up here. It's just Jack.
Right, no.
Are you learning a lot of different languages? Learning how to work the library? Everything going well?
I mean, yes. I already knew how to read, but now I'm learning many things. And I've learned about the city's history today, and the founders, and the wars that were fought, and I've learned a lot.
Good.
Thank you for checking up on me.
Good. Well, this tablet, I know you guys are still working on it, but it seems like only the richest families is something would be interested in. Have you heard any history about any of the richer families here in Baldur's Gate?
I mean, Sequester really knows the most. I mean, I would speak to him.
As you can see, he's a bit indisposed.
He is a bit indisposed.
He does have an MD for
I always
Adam
have to
State.
grab the pipe out of his hand so he doesn't set the whole house on fire. But, from what I have learned, the tablet is very valuable. I mean, I don't know. It's a very niche item, though. It's probably best sought in one of the city's main, museums or
No more museums.
Yes.
I've heard enough about museums today. I say, after I hand her the glass of wine, I say, that's great. You've been doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, and I hand her 25 gold. I say, tomorrow I want you to take Vara. I want you to go shopping, get yourself something nice, whatever food you want, spend the day, take it easy with Vara. We have some business to attend to on our end, so unfortunately I won't be able to join you.
Mr. Undersnatch. It's very gracious.
I'm not part of this conversation.
Make sure you're subtracting.
Yes.
75, right?
Yeah, 75 gold for your
generous.
local expenses over here,
Alright. And after that I say, well, there's much to celebrate. Our beloved deity is. We were sent us on a mission and we accomplished it, Jack and I. So there's much to celebrate.
Mask must be very happy that you've accomplished your mission. Have you spoken with him yet?
Not yet, but I plan to later tonight.
Oh, very well. Thank you again for the wine. And don't worry, I'll wake Sequester momentarily and we'll continue our research.
Relax. Have a glass. Take it easy.
Thank you for
I
your generosity.
put the bottle on the desk and I say, I'm going to head downstairs and have a talk with Jack. And I head downstairs.
She looks at you with longing.
As she should.
Jesus Christ.
Where's the...
This is getting weird.
There's
Don't play this.
There's a second floor. Do we have a second floor? Or do we have to take this part?
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta take it off. Careful.
Yeah, I fix it. You're on the second floor of the bar, right?
I always feel like I'm
That's-
relaxing, all cool.
As that's happening, I go downstairs.
Drinking some meat upside the school.
When I go downstairs, what do I see?
Hey, work on your pitch control.
Like thunderstruck.
You and Val are getting drunk. Your bed was the blue bed, right?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I come downstairs. I
I'm
see.
sitting on the floor. I'm not on the bed. I'm just sitting next to the fucking barrel of meat.
I'm just meditating in the corner with the staff.
The narrator's leaving us for the evening. Thank you for joining, Mark. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Good night.
So I go downstairs. I see you two guys drinking. I say, "How's it going down here, boys?"
It's good. You want a drink?
I would love one. Pour me a glass of me, Jack.
I put a cup down next to the barrel. And that's it.
I go to try to tip the barrel. Do I have to roll a strength check to try to get myself a drink from this barrel?
Just take it.
This is big.
Yeah, you got a spigot in it.
Open up the spigot. I get myself a glass of mead.
Is any of this disturbing Dangar's meditation in the corner?
No,
I think he's
I'm zoned out.
he's
Yeah.
still like a deep
I
trance.
sneak over to Vanguard and blow in his ear.
I begin to speak Orcish to Jack, and I say, "Still have the sword?"
It's right here.
Right here.
It's right here. I got it.
Tonight we should go to the temple. I'm not too thrilled with Dangar's choice of betraying our deity. We should do this on our own.
The temple is where?
Where was the temple? What district was that?
The
temple
Twin
in?
Stones District.
How far is that?
Pretty lengthy walk for you guys if you wanted to do it right now.
I feel like I missed the map.
Streets are not necessarily safe at night as well.
Yeah, because we're on it.
Boom.
There you go. We're stealthy. What do you think, Jack?
not that stealthy, believe it or not.
Especially after
The 7-foot,
drinks.
and
yeah.
half a keg of mead.
the 7 foot, 300-pound orc. I'm not.
Myself is a +6.
It's pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
I don't know. I mean, what time is it now? Like, if we went there and back,
You're gonna get back in the middle of the night, like very late,
We still be able to long
early,
rest.
the wee hours of the morning.
Will we still be able to long rest or not?
No. By the time you go, accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, and then return.
What if I did it? Would I be faster if I did it by myself? Because I'm like super stealthy.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's like I said, it's a lengthy walk, but it's up to you if you want to take it now or not.
So I'm gonna keep it on my person. So if we're ever heading in that direction, camp or something like that.
I mean, if you are planning on revisiting Worms,
We'll pass by it.
Worms Crossing,
I'm
you
not,
have to
I'm
cross
not putting it in the arm.
cross through the
It's
Twin
staying on
Zones
my
district.
person.
But are you in agreement that we're returning the sword?
Yeah.
We could-
It's the sword that can. I'm down for that.
I have no desire to betray Mask. If it wasn't for Mask, I'd be dead on the streets long ago.
I would have fallen into a deep depression.
Yes, I can't tell you're depressed by the drinking. It's fun.
Mask is your bread and butter.
All right. Well, boys, and I sit there and I chug and I chug. Takes me a little while. You know, I'm gonna roll a Constitution to see if I throw up.
Go for it.
7. Am I able to chug the beer without throwing up? Or
So you're on your maybe like 7th or 8th cup of mead at this point, and the sugar
Jesus.
content's will get into you. And
15 to 30.
My God.
I just wanted to chug the one I had.
yeah, no, I'm
Just
just
knock it
saying
down.
you've had a bunch by now, and at this point you're starting to gag a little bit, and Jack's kind of looking at you and laughing.
All right, I finish the cup, I slam it down, and I say, "You boys, you're far better men than me." And I collapse into my bed. And I sleep.
All right, take a long rest. Jack, you want to bed too?
You gonna hang with Vara?
I'm gonna finish what's left in the barrel and then go to sleep.
So you and Vara, Vara's a big burly man himself, and you guys kill the keg of mead and
Hell yeah.
get ravenously drunk.
Did Vara make it upstairs, or he like asleep on the floor?
Vara's probably passed out on the floor by now. Keep in mind also, Vara sleeps in the barracks with the other guards at this point.
Well, now, right now,
They
tonight.
made
Not tonight, yeah.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. He's having a little sleepover.
Aw, Jack had a sleepover.
My little bud.
Sleeping at the foot of Jack's bed.
I wake up. Do I perceive them spooning? 7.
They're not spooning.
Ah, no, come on.
Alright, so it's the next morning. You
Okay.
guys, Dangar arises from his meditation. You guys are both looking a little worse for wear.
He sees Vara on the floor.
Night of drinking. Vara's still passed out on the ground on the hardwood floor.
So what time is it? Like crack of dawn? Right.
Because no, you took it.
Okay.
All right, I
okay.
think we're back up and running.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, I think we're back up and running. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Little audio issue. Hopefully,
Okay.
we weren't muted for too long. Let me just
Okay.
clip this back up. Upon thine shirt.
Yeah. So I rolled a 23 to perceive anything anything that stands out as maybe someone watching us or anything like that.
All right, yeah. So I was saying, basically, you roll up to the Hammerhand Brothers back on Worms Crossing. Plop Jack and hold us a second.
Yeah.
Jack and Thunder.
Jack and Thundertoe plop the cart down, and you don't notice anything out of the ordinary about the shop itself. You're gazing around the crossing, but what you do notice is that it seems like the guard outside of Madame Dumont's is kind of giving you the stink eye, kind of just looking at you funny. Other than that, everything else seems to be.
You wink back at
wink, and he kind of just gives you like a
sensual
So
wink.
then I give him
I look over. I talk to Dangar and Elvis and say, maybe after this we should go give Madame a visit.
Maybe
See what's
I
up
don't know.
with Riches.
I don't know if we want to put ourselves more on her radar. Maybe we should just talk to the guard. I'm sure we could, finagle something out of him.
It's fine with me. Information is power.
Yeah. All right. Jack, we're going to talk to that guard. You and Thundertoe, you guys stay with the cart. Make sure nothing shitty happens. We're just going to be across the street. We don't like the way that guard's looking at us.
gonna bring it inside.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you go talk to the dwarf?
That's fine.
Talk to him about the powder. We'll talk to this guard.
Let me grab one of those markers.
Go for it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice little +1 stab.
Do we not have a black marker anymore? Whatever, don't
Yeah,
matter.
it's right there.
I have a nice +1 dagger. What's the guard look like? Which guy's the guard? You want to throw us a guard? A non-Vara guard? Because Vara is indisposed.
Actually, can you grab... I'll grab it, actually. The other facade.
Vara is blackout drunk right now.
Here you go. Here's a generic guard for you.
Thank you, sir. We're not going to go inside.
No, I know. I'm just putting the... Okay. All right, so we go walk over to the guard. Say, good morning. How's it going, sir? Putting on my as much as I can, like my best polite face.
He kind of
I
just
look over oddly.
just glances at you. I know who you gentlemen are. What do you want from me?
We just want to see how the morning's going. I noticed that you were looking over at us. We're friends of Madame Dumont.
He kind of chuckles a bit. Friends. We'll see
Great.
how much longer that lasts.
All right, so I want to try to persuade him now. I said, well, why do you say that?
None of my business, really. You might want to speak to her directly.
Can I persuade him?
Go for it.
I'm going to aid him and say, it's always good to tell friends what they're in for.
I'm no friend of yours, though.
23. Well, how many? 23 again.
Okay. So he says, from what I heard, ever since Vara and Miranda took off, and our guards ended up and a couple of our men ended up dead on the streets. The madam's been a little bit suspicious. She doesn't know exactly what happened, but she has an idea.
And what idea is that?
Well, there's only been a few people coming to and fro lately, speaking to her directly. And it looks like you boys were some of those people.
I say to him, I go, well, I've talked to my contacts in the Thieves Guild, and I heard that they got smuggled out of town. They're long gone. I want to try to deceive him.
Okay.
I want to aid him in his deception.
Okay.
I've heard the same things as well. And we're very well-connected people.
22.
So he kind of says, I had a feeling they probably took off. They're long gone. Why would they stay in the city? The madam would have their heads if she knew.
I agree.
Yeah.
You should go tell her that. We have some business to deal with the blacksmith, but when we're done, we'll speak to the madam. But definitely, we have a very good word that they're long gone.
I'll pass on the word.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. What's your name, my friend?
Me,
I still look at him so weirdly.
McGillicuddy.
Do you know anyone named Thundertoe?
Wait, that's...
Thundertoe. Do you know a man by the name of Thundertoe?
Call me McMahon.
Is there a reason you don't go by your given name, McGillicuddy?
I made an error. I'm sorry.
It's an early morning. I understand.
Vince himself.
All right. So while we're talking to him, what are you saying to the blacksmith?
I'm just browsing around. I'm not even.
all right.
Just kind of.
All right. So as this is happening,
You said
Jack-
you pulled the cart inside, right?
Jack
Okay.
and Thundertoe enter the shop.
Cold doors.
It's swelteringly hot in here. There's an active forge inside the shop. There's two dwarves hard at work, sweating, toiling away. And you overhear them shouting at each other. Dunder! Looks like we got some customers.
Dunder.
Dunder Mifflin?
And then, yeah. I'll be right with them, Darmond. And sorry you caught us right in the middle of this. We got a big order to fill. One of the mercenary guilds has hired us for some arms and armor shipments.
Interesting.
Apparently there's a string of pirate attacks happening up and down the coast. They got the mercenaries looking to stock up for the inevitable hiring they'll be getting.
It's valuable
Where are my
information.
manners? My name's Dunder. And that there's me brother Darmond. Finest weapon and armament this side of the Cantha. I guarantee it. We may be fairly new to the city, but we got references, lads. I'll produce them if you like. Our work's been known up and on down the Sword Coast. Can't say I've seen any of you here before, though. What brings you in?
Good. So can I just roll, I want to roll perception when he says that to see if...
I thought you were across the street.
We are.
No.
He's greeting Jack.
He's greeting Jack.
oh.
Yeah. This is while we're talking.
I thought Jack wasn't talking to them. He was just kind of
I'm
walked
looking
in.
around.
Well, yeah, they noticed you looking
Okay.
around, and now they're addressing you.
Okay.
He noticed you, says there's some customers here. He's telling you all about the shop and what's going on.
Looking for a staff. What you got?
Staff, we don't trade in staves, my lad. We sell hard weapons and armor here. You don't look like the tie. You look like a fighter, don't get me wrong, but you don't look like the weapon-wielding, heavy armor-wearing gent that usually comes in here.
That is true. Where can I get a staff?
You might want to check one of the magic shops further up in town.
Okay. I mean, we got these barrels over here. They're full of
I see you pluck these barrels down. What do you got in them?
powder of sorts.
Are you talking black powder?
I wave my two companions. I tell them come over here. The conversation's started pretty much.
We
So
walk
the door opens, the little bell rings.
Yeah.
And
in.
he
We walk in.
immediately notices Dangar stroll in.
Yeah.
And if you recall previously, when he was shouting his wares the night you were visiting the brothel, he kind of tried to get you to come in, and you kind of gave him the cold shoulder and cursed him out.
Yes.
So he says, "You, I remember you, you nasty little elf."
And that's it.
I step in front of Dango and say, well, you'll have to excuse my friend. We were having a very, very rough night that night. Why don't you just deal with me?
You boys are with him?
Why don't you just deal with me? Who with isn't
Well, who the hell are you? I was dealing with your big green friend over here.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Thaddeus Undersnatch. We have some cases here of black powder. Is that of interest to you? If it's not, we'll go somewhere else and sell it. It's not a big deal.
Black powder's pretty rare. Where can I ask you required that?
Doesn't matter.
I still have like steam coming out of my ears. Right, I'm trying so hard.
I nudged Jack to go take care of Dango before he blows this place up. Before he shoots a fireball at the black powder. I say, doesn't really matter. It fell into our lap, really. So, we've been doing some research. I heard we could get at least 2,000 gold a keg.
2,000? That's a steep price, lad. I mean, you see over there in the corner? I got a couple barrels in stock right now. I'm actually trying to pass them through the trade routes.
I'm surprised you can see over the counter, dwarf.
Don't worry, I got my stepladder over here. You pointy-eared asshole.
I say, Dango, why don't you just wait outside and allow me and Jack to handle it?
I'm not going to be insulted by this short, fat fuck.
Get out of here. Your business is not needed. I'll deal with your companion.
I stop and say,
go to the magic shop. See what they got.
I stop and say, boys, why don't you take it easy? This man is belongs to one of the wealthiest families in Baldur's Gate. Turning him away would be idiotic. It would be shutting down. He knows people in powerful places. He'd have you guys shut down in a matter of days. I want to roll deception. 29.
Jesus Christ. He says, listen. I'm very sorry. I'm just a bit worked up. And as he's saying this, his brother is off in the corner, still working. And he says, kind of motions for you to get closer.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, I move closer to the brother.
So, no. Big sloppy dwarvish.
I take off my glove and I challenge him to a duel.
So he says, I'm a bit worked up, you see. You see my idiot brother in the corner?
He looks very dumb.
He's a bit of a degenerate, this one. Gambling habits. Put us out of sorts lately. We had a nice amount saved up to be able to upgrade the shop, and this asshole goes and gambles it away.
I can't imagine someone gambling away money. It's despicable.
It is despicable, and on top of it, you wouldn't believe what he gambled away on top of money.
What was that?
Our poor dead mother's ring.
Who'd he gamble it to? Who'd he lose it to?
As far as I know, some unsavory sorts hanging out on the docks below the crossing. Last I knew, it was this big giant man.
Yeah, man.
Dark of skin and
Giant.
dark of character, from what I've heard.
We're not this guy, right? And I point at Jack.
No. The foreign name, Cal something.
I'm sorry. I tend not to deal with such filthy, dirty underlings.
Well, regardless, we're trying to find that ring.
He's speaking at full volume right now, or
He called me
yeah.
over privately.
Okay.
No. He's not speaking full volume. He's kind of having this conversation low. He doesn't want his brother to overhear.
okay. But if we're standing next to Thaddeus, we can hear it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The brother's
Now-
in the back, right? Just
Yeah,
like
he's,
working the
hammering
forge or
away,
whatever. Okay.
doing some dwarvish
Forge
blacksmith
things.
work. Yeah,
So
forge
if
things.
if we were to procure this ring and bring it back for you, what would it be worth to you?
Oh, I mean, quite a bit. You see, I mean, a poor mother. She really wanted this ring to be back in our family's possession to carry her along generations. I mean, I plan on marrying one day and passing it on to my children.
I say in Elvish to I go look at the dwarf. So 1 second, sir. And I say in Elvish to Dangar and say, if the one over there likes to gamble, I believe that we could leverage that with this ring. Take this place. He already put away money for reconstruction. We could milk this man dry.
You're talking about just stealing what they have left, or you're talking about becoming a partner with their business?
I'm talking about using his addiction and this ring to force him into certain... I'm quite the gambler. We own a casino. We could just milk him for money.
But I think he just said they don't have money left because he already gambled away all their money.
I see plenty of nice things around here. I see 3 kegs of black powder worth 2,000 gold each.
Right, but only to them. As far as we know, they're the only ones we could sell it to.
So as you're all discussing, he's kind of looking at you. He says, "I don't speak that language. You mind cluing me in what's going on here?"
As he apologized, like I'm back to myself. I said, "I'm just having a business conversation. We're very interested in your shop. Let me speak with my associate for a minute. It could work out very well for you."
I speak to him in Dwarvish and I just say, I just want to make sure I'm getting all the stipulations clear with my friend.
I mean, it's simple. You get the ring for us. I'll give you what it's worth.
I relay that to him in Elvish.
What's it worth to you then? You said a lot and this and that.
I mean, it's nothing special. This ring, it's just it's a family heirloom, and I mean, it's worth its weight in gold, but
it's not very
it's not very heavy.
No, but you know what I'm saying. It's
all right.
It's semi-valuable. Let's say I could maybe part with 50 gold for it back.
50 gold sounds a little light for a hit.
I kind of nudged Dangar and speaking up, say I'd rather gamble with the brother than take 100 gold off this schmuck.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's not worth much. Anyway,
the black powder.
Yeah. I just real quick back in Elvish for him. I'd rather leverage the smart brother and find a way to have him start sending us profits from his business.
2 things can be true.
I agree. Let's
you do what? I'll do.
But you're the gambler. Why don't you go speak to the brother over there, and I'll talk to the Dalmond is the smart brother, right? Not the dope.
Dalmond is the smart, and Dunder is the agent.
I'll go speak to Dunder.
So I keep talking with Dalmond. So, if you don't mind me asking, how much money has your brother pissed down the toilet with that filthy habit of his?
Untold thousands at this point over the years. I mean, since we've entered the city, it's been not too bad, but we've only been here about 6 months, but we haven't really turned much of a profit because of this asshole.
So what would it take in order for you to turn more of a profit?
I mean, my brother's gambling habit would have to end. That's a given. But no matter what I say to him, he always sneaks off and manages to spend money anyway.
Well, how much money does he have to spend? Where is all this money coming from?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't gambled since the loss of the ring, but anytime we make sales and I put the stolen money away, he somehow squanders it.
So if we could stop him from gambling, how much of those profits would you send our way?
I'll be honest. Even though you've calmed down, I'm not about to go into business with the likes of you.
And that's it.
I hear this and I
and he said to me.
Spits on the ground.
Okay, I come back over and say, anyway, the black powder.
Look.
What could you give us for it?
Look, I've had enough of this. It's simple. We're looking for the ring, and I'll buy the black powder off you. But I don't want to talk to you anymore. I got business to attend to. I got orders to fill.
Last time I checked, buying black powder is business. How much?
You said 2,000 a keg? That's ridiculous. I'll give you 500.
I want to cast sleep on him.
Yes.
I want to cast sleep on him. I want to deal with the brother.
Okay.
It sounds like they're at odds with each other anyway. It doesn't seem like they have a great relationship.
All right.
I want to cast sleep on dumbass.
Cast sleep and wage of the ring.
On Darman?
On Dalmond, yeah.
That goddamn ring. Give us the money. Brother doesn't have to know. You can be the hero.
That's a wisdom 17 saving throw.
Okay.
I can't sleep on it. Yeah. I picture like Ace Ventura.
He fails.
All right, so he's asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, where are the
so
conditions?
He drops to the ground, and the other brother doesn't notice because he's.
I was gonna say, can I try to use acrobatics, like my dexterity, to try to like catch him before?
Sure.
All right. Well, if he's hammering away right now, he said so.
You
could still do it, but
for dramatic purposes.
Yeah.
25.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I
Catch him.
catch a little
before he makes
dwarf
the
baby.
sound.
I ease him down to the ground.
And I kind of nudge over to Jack to like maybe pull him behind the cart, so just in case Thunder does look around.
Yeah.
So Jack, I nudge Jack. I said, pull him around the back.
I walk over
So,
and
Jack.
I stand on the far side of Dunder. You see what I'm saying? So that so I get his attention. I speak in dwarf and say, Dunder, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, can't you see I'm busy over here? And he's wiping the sweat from his brow. Hanging away at the forge.
I take out a deck of cards and go, surely you could have 5-minute break. And I want to persuade him to gamble.
He's looking over at the cards. Before you do anything, he goes, where'd my brother go?
I go, he's dealing with my large friend Jack over there. You probably can't see him. Jack's a big guy.
All right.
It's a 19 plus 7. That's a 20. It's a 26 to persuade him to gamble with me.
I suppose we could take a bit of a break, but let's head out back so Daman doesn't see anything.
Absolutely. I'll take you out back. And Dangar, Jack, just make sure you discuss the terms of the black powder with him. And I give Dangar a little wink to rob these people.
So sleep only lasts for like a minute. So as soon as he pulls him out back, I tell Jack, like, let's fucking kill him. Hey, the brother's out back. For all he knows, we could tell him, oh, he had to run out.
You want to just slit this throat? Go for it. Whatever you want to do.
I left out back.
The brothers are dope. He's gone. It doesn't seem like they agree with each other on anything. I'm not saying we bash his head and get blood everywhere. We'll do it quietly. We'll stash him somewhere real quick. When they come back and Thaddeus has swindled him out of his money, we tell him Daman had to go out. Otherwise,
You can say no.
He looks a little confused right now.
Otherwise, he's gonna wake up in another 30 seconds. We can grapple him. We can cover his mouth, but he's gonna be much harder to restrain.
Deceive the guy till he fell. Oh, I'm not.
Or instead of killing him, we could knock him unconscious.
I'd rather do that than kill him and cut all ties with the blacksmith.
You want to smack him with something?
And also, where are we supposed to stash him? We can't go in the back because they just went in the back. We go out the front. Madame Dumont's guard is across the street.
You're on a busy bridge with hundreds of people walking to and fro.
He is a short motherfucker. We could throw him in the cart.
Lift up your shirt and just put it under your
we throw him in the cart. Cover the cart back up. As long as he's unconscious, dumbass is no more the wear.
Has it been a minute?
Yeah.
So say we got to make a decision now. Knock him out.
I haven't rolled my dice once today.
Knock him out. If we kill him, we want to kill him. We kill him afterwards. He's already unconscious, but we need to make sure he's quiet.
I mean, would we have to lower his HP to 1 to knock him out, or is it just a 1?
That's a DM question.
He's already sleeping right now, so if you want to just smack him with something to knock him out, I'll allow it.
Kick him in the face.
Yeah.
Cool. 12.
Yeah, you can just smack him and knock him out.
So he's all right. So he's unconscious.
He's out cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like not just my sleep spell ends, but he's like out cold.
And I go in the back with
So we toss him, and we're gonna toss him in the cart. Cover the cart.
There's like a back entrance, like leading outside, and you're like on a little like terrace almost.
Is there like a little table where you can sit and deal
just
cards?
chilling, you know. So
I say, Dunder, have you ever played for the sake of purpose of this, you ever play 4-card stud?
Oh, of course I have.
How about we play around? How much you wanna ante?
I ain't got much. How about like 5 gold?
5 gold sounds good.
All right.
All right.
While they do this, can I tell Thundertoe to grab, like, what's
Yeah, I was
sitting
gonna
in the
say
shop,
I wanted
weapon-wise?
to roll like investigation to see if there's a coin pouch or.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to roll investigation, go for it, and you could see like what's behind the counter.
Right.
Well, I'll explain. 4-card. We roll 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ever play 5-card stud?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
I've never
poker.
played the dice version of it though.
Yeah, you just roll dice.
Okay.
Essentially, there's 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, and then there's a big straight and a small straight, 1 to
Okay.
4,
Yeah.
and then 6 to 2, right?
Mhm.
2, 3,
Big
4,
crazy
5.
six.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like that where we can roll and then decide what we want to keep.
Okay.
That type of deal.
All right.
So we roll 4 d6s.
All right. Before we do this,
Yes.
with that number for investigation, you basically kind of rummage underneath the counter and you do find their gold stash,
Okay.
and you do acquire 250 gold.
I rolled the. Do I have to roll investigation or perception to see like what weapons are out for sale, essentially?
I mean, you don't need to roll
Nice
anything.
weapons. Nice weapons.
He doesn't have anything of extreme value right now. He's fulfilling orders for a mercenary guild, so he doesn't have anything on hand per se. You would have to custom order from him.
Mhm.
But you did find his savings, his life savings, basically underneath the counter.
So I show Jack immediately. I tell him, listen, it's 250 gold. I'm gonna put 125. I'm gonna give you the other 125. I know Thaddeus has been talking to you behind my back, and he's been kind of shady. I want to make sure that we, as a group, are looking to gain as much wealth as possible. So everything is within our group. I think it needs to be above board. So here's the other half of the gold, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm going to give him the 125. I'm going to put the other 125 in my pocket.
I'm gonna have Thunder Toe. So there's got to be some weapons that are just been completed or something like that. Is there anything that's like +1 or it's just straight?
Just basic shit.
Basic shit that the mercenary guilds, they're getting ready to ship up to the mercenary guild. Some crates of swords and shields, nothing overly valuable.
Everything's got that.
Well, what do you want?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I want Thunder Toe because I can pull that, especially if it's on a card. I can pull that on myself. I don't need to do it.
I mean, we can grab them. I mean, plate armor itself sells for like 500-600 gold.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Grab like 2 sets of heavy armor. Throw 'em
He's
on the
not
card.
making any plate armor. He might have some chainmail. Nothing crazy.
He's a weaponsmith, right? Not necessarily an armorer.
Yeah, he's weapon and armor, but mostly
Okay.
weapons. He might have a few suits of armor laying about for trade, but he mostly constructs weapons.
So can I have Thunder Toe grab if he sees chainmail armor
Mm-hmm.
and 2 swords?
Sure. Add him to your inventory.
Nuts. All right,
As
so
you're swiping all this stuff.
I'm
and-
gambling
I'm
with this
gonna-
man.
Yeah. Let's
Thunder-
gamble,
I'm gonna
baby.
tell-
Let's gamble.
You're gonna have him head back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him go back to the.
Is this an open roll situation? Or are we doing this?
Well, concealed. You and I. Well, it's like we roll and then we bet and we can choose to re-roll
Yeah.
up to 3 dice.
Okay.
All right. So I got my little roll here, and I say, well, let's make this a little bit more interesting. How about another 10 gold?
I'll see you on that.
All
And I'll
right.
raise you another 5.
Fine.
Sounding like Valendy,
I
huh?
said that's fine with me, and I put an extra 5 in.
Try and stock up the
And then I want to try to use my sleight of hand
Mm-hmm.
to pull a specific card, like cheat. I want to try to cheat.
Okay.
See if he notices.
You're not cheating. You're not trying.
That's right.
kill.
Not this session.
It's the only way you can play.
All right. So I'm gonna try to cheat here. Sleight of hand, baby. Oh, let's go. That is 31.
Okay. So you
Does he notice me cheating?
No. What are you doing exactly?
Oh, I'm giving myself a really good hand.
Okay.
I'm taking a specific card. So I take his cards. How many cards does he need? Or how many dice are you rolling?
He's staying.
He's staying?
Yes.
All right, then I say I'm going to give myself 1 card, and I put 1 back in the deck, and I slide an ace out of my sleeve
Okay.
and put it with me. I say, all right, now that we have our set hands here, I go, how much gold do you have on you? Because I'm looking to go all in.
You're really making me sweat here, but I got another 10 on me.
10 on you. Well, how about this? Because I'll put up 50. If I beat you, the black powder we have in there, how about you make me about 10 explosive bolts if I win? My 50 versus your 10.
I think that could be arranged. I mean, me brother's better at that type of thing than I am, but I think we could do that.
Can't make me stand.
Sounds good to me. All right. What do you got? I have 4 of a kind 6s.
Too bad.
Too bad. I say, oh, them's the breaks.
And he slaps the cards off the table. He throws the table up. I'm down on me luck. I can't believe this is happening to me. I don't know what I should do. My brother's gonna kill me. Ever since I lost our mother's magic ring. There's nothing I can do to do things right around here.
Really quickly, how much gold am I adding to my inventory? It was
5
5,
initial,
then 10,
raise 10.
then another 5 he put on top, so that's 20.
Yeah.
And then he put another 10. 30 gold?
Yeah.
All right. I say, oh.
I've said too much. You need to get out of here. We need to finish our business, and you need to be about your way before my brother has my head.
Like, whoa, take it easy. It's ring. It's the first I'm hearing of this. What's wrong? How much is this ring worth to you?
It was our mother's precious heirloom ring.
It's magic, you say?
No magic. It's just a family heirloom passed through the generations, and I unfortunately lost it in a match to Calrissian, this big burly smuggler, and I have no hope of recovering it. I can never hope to gain it back.
Well,
maybe you could, though. Maybe you could.
Well, if I was to get you this ring, what would you give me?
I'd have to speak to my brother, but I'm sure we could drum up some funds to offer you.
He told me about 50, 100 gold.
That's probably all we have really to spare. I mean, my luck's been a little bit down lately, and I was squandering most of our savings.
Well, that's coppers to me. So, I don't know if 100 gold is worth my time. But, you have lots of kegs of black powder.
I saw you come in with them. I mean,
you're selling
I'm definitely interested, but my brother takes care of all the transactions. I just help him with the weaponsmithing. I don't deal with the customers directly, usually.
It's unfortunate. Let's go talk to your brother. And I head back inside with him.
Well, he.
All right, so
I don't know. He saw us put him down.
I know. You just said let's go talk to your brother.
So what were you, besides stealing a couple things, getting the gold, what are you doing with Darman's body at this point?
He's out cold. He's in the cart, and we covered the cart back up.
Okay, my question though is, so you brought him outside of the front of the shop.
No, the cart is still in the shop.
You brought an entire merchant cart inside the shop?
That was one of the first things we did. Jack brought that in with him when he came in.
I wouldn't think that would fit through the front door. I mean,
it's
a big merchant cart. You're traveling through the streets with it, and you entered a weaponsmith.
All right,
I mean, I would assume you would have carried the barrels in with you. The cart would not fit through the front door.
Okay.
So my question is, how did you get the body out onto the cart without anybody seeing you do so?
We covered him up, and we threw the covered up body. If that,
Fair enough.
Jack's strong enough, he should be able to handle it and just make it look like he's carrying, barrels or something. But yeah,
the weapons that thunder and the armor.
Yeah,
and the
so
two things of chainmail, or chainmail, 2 swords.
So I would say then Jack is probably out front with the cart.
Okay. So at this point, he comes back in the shop with you guys, and he's calling for his brother. He's, Darman, where are you? Where are you? And he's looking around, and
I just
where's my brother? And where's your friends? Something's going on here. I don't like this.
There's nothing going on. Your brother had somebody came in looking for an order. They said they needed some soldiers outfitted, so your brother went to check it out. He said he'd be back in an hour or so.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think you guys need to take off, and I need to wait for my brother to come back before we conduct any more business.
I say, well, I don't think you'd want to kick us out just yet, and I hold up the ring.
And he goes, stop.
There's a seizure.
Your mother's ring.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Oh, I just came across it.
Did you kill him? Did you kill Calrissian?
It's none of your concern.
Well, I hope the big fucking asshole is dead.
Maybe he is, maybe he's not.
But
how much is the ring worth to you?
Every penny I have. And he goes behind the counter, and he goes to reach for the savings, and it's not there. And so he looks up and looks at all of you, And he says,
Well, it would just be us two.
Yeah.
okay,
I'm
looks at
outside.
you guys.
Yeah.
And he just says, you need to leave. You need to leave right now.
You want us to leave with this too?
I know what you did. And Godspeed. I can't do anything about it, but leave the shop now before I summon the guards.
And so I want to.
Well,
How's it going to
Yeah.
summon the guards?
I say, well,
He opened
He's
the door.
I don't know
empty
if
threats. Empty threats.
I don't know if summoning the guards is. Would they want to know that you're helping mercenaries outside the city, pirates? Would they want to know about your horrible gambling addiction and bring light upon this?
The mercenaries
disgrace your
work here
family?
within the city. They're fighting the pirates. We're not arming the pirates.
But
We're
what
arming the
is?
mercenaries fighting the pirates.
What does that have to do with us? Your
Nothing.
brother
You
went out.
stole our savings. Who knows what you did with me, brother? And now you threaten me and you hold our mother's ring up to me?
I'm going to have.
You guys are despicable.
I'm going to have. I can hear them arguing, so I'm going to have Thundertoe just watch over the cart, and I'm just going to come inside and just stand in front of the door.
Okay.
So I want to say, listen, you're throwing out a lot of baseless accusations. Your brother left to get more business, probably because you're pissing away all his money. Is your brother not the leader of the shop? Is he not supposed to be bringing in business? He left. I don't know what else you want us to say.
I don't believe that he left. I believe you did something.
Well, I want to roll something. Yeah.
Deception.
Yeah, I want to roll deception.
Deceive this man. This idiot man.
Matt, can you give me a bottle of water?
Of course.
Thank you.
13.
Okay. So he looks at you and he's not convinced, and he immediately makes a run for it. And as he's running, trying to reach the back door, he knocks over one of the hot tongs that was on the edge of the forge.
Can I try to run after him, acrobatics, and grab him?
Yeah, you could.
All right.
But
Yeah.
as you're doing this, he knocks over these hot tongs, and it lands right next to the barrels of existing black powder.
So I see him knock that over. I want to cast Create Water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run acrobatics just to try to chase him down and grab him before he leaves.
So as the
shape
like,
water.
little bit of powder around on the ground, like the remnants are sizzling, Dangar.
This is on purpose, and Daddy's blows up.
Say it one more time, Chris.
I'm saying as the like remnants of powder on the ground are sizzling and about to like travel towards the barrels and catch fire, you do.
I take out my water and I cast Create Water and I throw the water on the sparkling things.
And Thaddeus?
I roll acrobatics to just kind of reach out and grab him. Athletics. 26.
You smack
Acrobatics
him by the-
just to like run. I want to like just like basically because I'm assuming I'm much faster than a dwarf.
Of course.
I just run and I cut him off, and I cut him off at the back door, and I stand in front of him.
So as soon as I put the black powder out, I just want to say,
So he kind of smacks into you and he's like, please don't kill me. Don't kill me.
you're making a lot of bad decisions right now.
I put my arm around him. I say, "Come, friend. We have business to talk." And I believe you still owe me 10 explosive bolts. Where can I find those?
Me and my brother would have to craft them. I don't have them on hand.
I say, "Good. You guys craft them. In fact, Dangar, what should we do with these kegs of black powder that we have?"
I think they need to come back to the Bastion. They need to come back to Feynord.
Well, seems like you guys don't have the money to buy these barrels just yet, do you?
We don't.
This clumsy fuck, I wouldn't.
You've stolen all our remaining funds. I mean, what do you want me to do?
We didn't steal anything, and I'm starting to lose my patience with
So
you,
the
dwarf.
funds just disappear from underneath the counter as you people enter my shop?
Maybe your brother took them when he left. I hear another word out of your mouth that displeases me. You're going to sleep, and Jack is going to curb stomp your ass.
Intimidate.
I want to roll intimidation.
He's going in the forge. He's gonna wake up.
A little sweaty.
I like that. Let's go. Bouncy dice. 16.
Okay. So as you say this to him, he's obviously very distressed, very distraught. And he says, I don't want you to harm me or my brother. I just want you out of our lives. From the moment you stepped in here, there's just been chaos.
Well,
It's too late for that.
I have bad news because if you ever want this ring back, I think we're going to become very good business partners.
You're seeing this as all you're seeing is the negatives. Pretend you're a more enlightened life form who's looking at the big picture. You don't have anywhere near the connections in this city that we have. This could become the primary weapons dealer to a number of different guilds, merchants. You're making, let's be honest, shitty little swords for some city guards. The city can't be paying you shit. We could get you connected, hooked up with all of the biggest arms dealers, legitimate mercenaries, not just city guardsmen.
Yeah, but what would your cut be?
Why don't you worry about how much money we can make each other first? Because other than that, your option is you keep doing this shit. You almost just burned your whole fucking shop down. You're lucky I saved it. You should be paying me insurance money. I just saved you thousands of dollars in repairs.
Well, like what I said, I have no money to offer you. It just went missing all of a sudden.
Well, that sounds like a you problem. Are you looking for a solution or are you looking for more problems?
I want a solution, of course, but...
And that sounds like a good answer. You're already moving in the right direction.
Brother.
Well,
We'll
I
have to
think
figure this all out.
one of the proper ways to say thank you is those 10 explosive bolts I wanted, make it 30. What do you think, Dango? 30 explosive bolts that we could use?
I think 30 sounds more than fair. And I wanted real quick in Elvish to Thaddeus. I don't know that I want that brother to wake up.
We need him to make the bolts. As a sign of good faith, we probably shouldn't murder his brother.
Yeah, but this guy's too dumb to know what's going on.
What are you saying over there?
Listen, higher level players are trying to figure out what's going on here.
You're an NPC. No, I just say, listen,
I took
your
it
brother-
Yeah.
I say back in Elvish, I say, let the brother come back in. These bolts could be very useful. And we'll tell him we'll come back in a couple of days to talk about the ring. Give him time to build up get paid by those merchants.
I think we need to have a conversation with the brother before we send him back in.
That's fine.
Need to make sure he's singing the right tune.
I say to Orcus and Jack, I say, Jack, could you get the brother and wake him up?
I'm gonna go back out, grab him, come back in.
Now, he sees you doing this.
Yeah,
Well, he's under a blanket.
No, I'm saying
I take
the other
the blanket
brother.
off while
Yeah.
I'm back inside.
And then I knew you took him somewhere. Is he all right? Is he harmed?
He's fine. Like I said, he went out the front. Jack, they talked to some business partner. I don't know who your brother deals
We
with.
just brought him in a sheet.
Jack found him.
He was cold.
I don't believe a word you're saying, but what do I have to do? I can do nothing about
I
it.
want to try to deceive him. I go, Jack, didn't you just say that Thundertoe found him knocked out in the side alley? They
Yeah.
took all his money.
yeah.
I want to deceive
A
this
man
man.
of few words.
47.
47.
13
Impossible.
plus 12 is a 25.
He drops his case against you. He's just grumbling in the corner.
All right, anyway, 30 explosive bolts. We'll come back in 2 days to discuss the rest of the payments and the way you could work off this ring.
So Darman, at the meantime, is very groggy. Kind of wakes up, and he just no, you really slap him.
I smack him.
Wake him up.
I don't break his neck.
Just to
Boom,
Like,
what
wake
the
him
hell
up,
was
yeah.
that for? What's going on here? Thunder, what happened?
Morning sunshine.
What's up, you? Hello?
The smiling grin.
I want to roll persuasion on him and say, listen, you stepped out and you got mugged. We stepped in to save you. But I mean, somebody clubbed you over the back of the head. Said I kind of like put his hand on his head until he could feel the lump and say,
Roll away.
Like deception or persuasion?
deception.
Deception,
Yeah.
yeah.
I give you guidance.
Crit fail.
Why do you have to think about it? You're like,
So he
Because I was thinking about I have a good deception modifier.
So he looks at you and he looks very confused. Looks over at his brother and his brother looks very scared. He's like, "There's something fishy going on here. What the hell happened?"
I say to him, well, you're going to make me 30 explosive bolts. And then in 2 days...
Under what reason?
In 2 days, we'll come back to discuss terms about this. And I show him the ring.
I say, not to mention your brother just almost burnt down the whole shop.
He looks over. What the hell is he talking about? And Thunder's like, "Oh, I don't know.
He also just gambled away 50 gold.
Yeah. And I point to the black powder and like you could see where I put it out.
He picks up an axe on the ground and throws it against the wall right near his brother. You bastard!
So we're here to try to negotiate favorable terms to keep your shop open and thriving. We have a lot of high-level connections in the city. If you make it worth our while, we will get you in with the right people.
Fair enough. All right, let me speak to my brother over here, and we'll get to work on those bolts for you.
Good. About how long to make 30 bolts?
Give us a day or so.
And how long do you get paid from those merchants?
The mercenaries,
Correct.
at least 2 or 3 more days until we can finish the order and get paid up.
We'll come back in 4 days. Have the 30 bolts and make sure you have the money on you.
All right.
Because this ring is, from what I hear, it's pretty magical. And I give him a smirk and I wink.
Thunder, what the fuck did you tell him?
And then I say, Jack, grab the kegs. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, so we all
I
bounce.
tell it out of the
Yeah.
shop. You finally came back to the blacksmith shop.
Nice.
All right, so we're definitely gonna
Are we-
leverage the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah, we're gonna milk them for a percentage.
All right, so at this point, do we want to send Thundertoe? You trust him to take the cart back to Feynord?
Of course. That's my boyfriend. Oh, come on.
Okay.
My homie, my good time buddy, my pal.
All right, then you still have the sword on you, right?
Mm-hmm. So, do we want to go talk to Madam? See what's going on there?
Yeah. I don't really want to show our face back in there just yet. I'd rather wait till it dies down a little.
As that's going on, I take my pipe out and I go like this to the guard. To the guard in front of Madame Dumont. I say, yes.
Usually a little salute.
I think if anything, if we could kind of turn her own people towards us without going directly to her, she'll make it think that it's on the up and up and it's not coming directly from us.
Should we bribe this guy to give us information?
I don't think that's a bad idea.
All right. Should we go over and talk with him? All right. Let's go talk to that guard.
Again?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You're like me. I'll be right back.
So I walk up to the guard and I say, well, friend?
While they do this, can I go to the magic shop? Is it just like down the street a little bit? Why do you want to stab so bad?
He wants to let the guy
You guys
alone.
have all these weapons and shit. I have
There's
quarter
no-
staff in my hands.
There's no magical dealers in Rivington or Worms Crossing.
No.
You'd have to travel further into the city
All right.
to
I
acquire
know
any
time.
kind of magical
I know.
goods or...
Yeah, that's fine. We can hit on the way back to the bastion.
I want to get a staff and a strike.
Nice. All right, so I walk up to the guard and say, so, how are things working for the madam? How are the working conditions? Because I know she can be quite brutal.
I don't want to say too much and get myself in trouble here. I mean, I got a pretty cushy gig here, I make a good amount of coin, and some of it goes right back into the business, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Of course. How much does she pay you, if you don't mind me asking?
That's my business, lad. I don't really discuss that. It's just saying anyone traveling about the streets.
Well, what if I told you that possibly working with us could be more fruitful than you could ever imagine?
I mean, I'd be open to a discussion, but he pulls you in closer. Between me and you, the madam doesn't like people leaving her service, unless it's under her terms.
I'm right with him, so we can.
Yeah, we're all there. It's like, well, do you get any... When's the next time you're off? When's the next time you get a night to yourself?
Tonight, actually.
There's also no reason for the madam to know that if you're helping us out on the side, that doesn't mean you have to leave her employment.
It's possible.
A few extra coins in your pocket? That doesn't sound so bad.
What would you want me to be doing for these extra coins?
We haven't decided yet.
Well,
I don't take my clothes off for anybody. I'm just
well, we especially Dangar and I, we value information.
Extra set of eyes and ears. There's a lot of knowledgeable, high-class people come in and out of this establishment. If you happen to hear anybody mention us,
Mention anything of value.
we'd make it worth your while for any information you could pass our
Some
way.
drunk rich idiot comes in bragging about what they have.
I'll be your guy. I could use a bit more coin.
Good.
The madam's got some new employees coming in. I'm sure they'll be worth every penny I spend on them.
Good. When you have some valuable information, we'll start discussing prices.
What was his name again?
McMahon.
McMahon.
Vince.
Vince, yeah.
We'll come back, McMahon.
Vince?
V. McMahon.
V McMahon?
Yeah, V. McMahon.
V
I'm
McMahon.
going to make a section that's called...
V. McMahon.
I make a section that's called Spies.
Spies. Informants.
Oh,
CIs.
Informants is better. Informants is better.
V. McMahon.
It's House of 1,000 Pleasures is the,
Yeah.
the shop, right?
1,000 Roses. Desires. House of 1,000 Desires.
Desires?
McMahon.
Desires. Okay, cool. All right. Well, it was very nice to meet you, McMahon. We'll be back within a few days. We're travel up and down this area pretty regularly.
Where can I find you if I'm looking for you?
We'll find you.
I just kind of point at Jack and be like,
Fair enough.
Oh, what race is this person?
Human.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I got to check those things with my boy here.
I mean,
Ah,
you would have noticed.
I would have gone off if it was a drow by now. Or like a Dwagar or
Yes.
something.
All right.
You fuck.
Thunderbolt him through the fucking wall.
He would have looked out the blacksmith window and just thunder. All right.
Okay.
So, what's next, boys?
I think we need to find a way to talk to Joaquin.
Well,
Or we could go to Silas.
we should talk to Silas. He has a job for us,
Okay.
guaranteed.
Let's talk to Silas.
All right.
Alright.
Make your way to Silas.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you sent Thundertoe, McGillicuddy, back to the Bastion with the
What's your
powder.
name?
Yeah.
McGillicuddy.
yeah.
Do you know the
So he's gone.
Thundertoe?
He's gone.
He's out.
All right.
Little dwarf carrying a huge cart.
Bro, he's ripped.
He is.
Okay,
Our guards' quarters has a nice squat rack, power rack, bench press.
They're all dwarfs, so they're all little tiny bricks.
Just getting swole.
Even the females.
V McMahon.
Snoopy
So-
Dandyfoot will kick ass if you have it.
Jack and Thaddeus know, since they were in the guild, Whispering Shadows. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Since you were in the guild, you know where their headquarters is. It's below the district of Southfoot. You know how to make your way back there. So you're going to be leading Dangar with you guys, getting back to meet up with Silas and Milo. So you're going to make your way into the district of Southfoot.
About what time is it?
Early afternoon at this point, I'd say.
I need to get something to eat.
Midday.
I need to get something to eat.
Well,
We can pick up food on the way.
Yeah.
just so you know, Southfoot is known as the city's main slaughterhouse district. So as you pass through Twin Songs, the scenery of temples and altars gives way to more of a vast sprawl of poorly kept hovels, filthy streets, the scent of blood and awful.
So
Not much-
slaughterhouses, not necessarily eateries, but like
correct.
Is there a meadery?
There's not much of note within this district. A lot of poor people here, a lot of laborers,
Laborers, you say?
unskilled workers.
The poor.
Crime is pretty rampant in this district since it's so poor. The city guard really minimally patrols through it,
Okay.
and they come in force if they are patrolling.
Thaddeus walks in, takes a big smell, and goes, "It's good to be home."
Once night falls, the city guards nowhere to be found. They don't take risk of traveling through this district at night. Now, the only large structure in the whole district is the main slaughterhouse called Hamhock's Slaughterhouse.
Damn.
It serves many lower class citizens and businesses throughout the city. The smell of warm blood and just livestock, just shit is present throughout this whole
So
district.
not really like
This is not Dangar's scene.
No.
Not Dangar's scene at all. But pretty much is, you know that if you spend a lengthy bit of time here, you're going to come out stinking like the whole place.
All right. Can I roll perception just because I know this is like a shady neighborhood and I'm very familiar with it?
Mhm.
Can I just look around to see if I see any? Because I'm sure there's more than one thieves guild or anything, but anyone who looks suspicious, like they're a thief or they're part of the Whispering Vale, or if they're part of any other like rival Whispering Shadow, or part of any other rival guilds or anything.
Yeah, go for it.
The entire town.
Just
want to just
walking
roll
the
up.
main thoroughfare,
Yeah, just around the
avoiding
third.
the puddles of blood and guts.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, so I mean, everyone's going about their daily business. It's midday. You hear the braying of cattle coming from the slaughterhouse.
No
You hear,
shady individuals in sight.
No one shady. Walking about
Outside of the ordinary.
outside of the ordinary.
Okay, that's good.
Now, you guys do know that the main entrance into the sewers to get to the guild is behind the slaughterhouse.
All right.
I mean, we have rations on us. I mean, do we want to just say we take a minute just to eat? Like we should have food on us.
Is it fair to say that along the way there was the food cart by the House of 1,000 Desires that we ate at before? She had the fish stew.
I mean, yeah, as you're passing the main thoroughfare, you might notice like a vendor here or there, maybe selling some jerky or some grilled skewers. Very questionable smells coming from it, but it's sustenance.
Can I get like 5 silvers worth of food that I would just pick up along the
you walk
way?
up to a vendor
Right.
and you purchase a little bit of sustenance, a little bit of a questionable, unknown meat product.
I want to bring back some cows.
Let's handle our business, Jack.
The smell of raw meat. He's just salivating.
No, I want to bring back actual cows. Start bringing back
We're gonna
some
turn-
livestock.
We're gonna turn Feynord into a ranch.
Yeah, right.
Have children's rides
Have the
like a
yellow-
petting zoo.
Yellowstone.
What is it,
All the-
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Balderstone.
Have like a we should
Balderstone.
have a petting zoo. Milk it for children.
No
Take
drought,
children's money.
Are you
All right.
guys making your way to the entrance of the sewer?
Yeah, we'll go around back. We'll
All
head
right,
to the sewer.
As you're making your way to the back of the slaughterhouse, you're
Better
going to
than
be coming past one of the cattle pens, and you're going to come upon a group of slaughterhouse workers, and they're kind of crowding around something. You can't see it from your approach, but they're speaking in hushed tones, and they seem to be very nervous. You're going to keep about your business, or you want to check out and see what's
I
going on?
want to throw on my elven cloak and I want to stealth like up behind him as close as I can.
I see this happening. I join the stealth parade.
The stealth parade.
So with my cloak, I have advantage on stealth, and then anybody like going against it would have disadvantage.
Okay.
I don't have advantage on stealth, but I'm Diesel.
Jesus, 11.
Okay.
31.
Okay. So you walk right up behind them and kind of just like prop yourself up against the gate and just like they don't even like notice you.
I blend in with one of them. I look like one of them.
You kind of like kind of lurking in the background, but you kind of put yourself off to the side and like against the building, and you really can't hear them, but you're kind of just observing. So you're gonna use Thaddeus as your main point of contact here to.
All right, so then I'm gonna.
I flip my coat to match whatever their slaughterhouse coats look like. The little splats of blood, like the white coats,
Yeah.
the splats of blood. And I just kind of walk.
What are you doing this whole?
So
this whole
let's
time?
say like I don't know if I'm like behind a building, you're snuck up behind like a whole group of people.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast.
Come join it.
I'm gonna cast message on Thaddeus
You
too.
come join in the fun. Blend in with me.
I'm just gonna try and roll stealth.
We got any people minis back there,
It's
Chris?
a straight stealth.
Just to make a little crowd.
Are you coming up with me, or are you coming next to Dangar?
I'm going next to Vanguard. I don't want to get too close.
Yeah.
You big,
Stick him.
you big bastard.
21 for stealth.
Nice.
Good catch.
He rolled a 21 onto stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
So both of you guys are kind of just like chilling next to each other, listening in on what's going on.
Yeah.
So
We're eavesdropping.
you overhear them say, "This is the third one this week.
Your passive perception is better than mine too. So.
Boss is gonna be real pissed over this one." Now, as you kind of glance over, you see there's a dead steer that's laying in the mud. The other cattle seem very agitated in the pen, and they're all grouped on the far side. They don't want to be anywhere near their dead cousin over here on the ground. Now, do you want to jump in on the conversation?
Just want to kind of look and perceive. Does it look like there are any wounds on the cattle?
From where you are, unless you got right up and observed and investigated, you wouldn't be able to tell anything.
All right.
So you just hear them saying this.
So can we say that he's like through the message, he's going to be relaying this to me,
Yeah.
like what he's seeing?
Mhm.
Okay.
I look at Jack and I say, "Well, see what's going on."
So do you kind of walk up or turn around and kind of get their attention?
Yeah, we mosey on up.
Okay.
I'll use disguise self to look like one of them.
And I have my coat to make myself look like one of them.
So you're gonna look like a
I'm
fellow laborer, a fellow
Yeah.
I'm a
slaughterhouse
foot shorter, so
worker.
I'm 6 feet now, so I'm not too crazy, but
And I flipped my coat to look like their coat, some
Yeah.
splats of cow blood and
Mhm.
piss and shit all over it.
Okay.
It doesn't smell, but it just looks like
So what
that.
do you say to them?
I say, "Boys, what's going on back here? What the fuck happened to this thing?"
We got no idea. All we know is this is the third one this week already.
Jesus
We ain't never
Christ.
seen nothing like it.
God, let me get a good look at it. Let me see, boys.
The boss, he tried to get the city guard to intervene and at least cover our losses and figure out what the hell's going on, maybe post up some guards. But they couldn't care less about some dead cattle, let alone any dead people here in Southfoot.
Could I investigate the cow to see how it died? Like,
Yeah.
any markings?
She said, we don't even know how this happened, but it was definitely at night because we take count at the end of the day, make sure everything's in order, and the next day there'll be a dead steer on the ground. Alive one day, dead the next.
I say, boys, let me and my friend get a closer look at this. Come on over here. Let's investigate.
The real interesting thing, though, too, you take a look. There ain't no wounds. There ain't no blood in sight. And
can I roll animal handling to see if I can see if it was poisoned or anything like that?
animal handling's not going to help you because it's dead.
What about medicine or nature? Are you good
could
at any of those
roll
things?
nature. You could roll investigation.
I'll roll investigation.
Okay.
I don't know if you're better in medicine or nature or investigation.
And the guy's also saying, if this thing was dying of disease, you think the whole herd would be dying, but it's one at a time.
Right.
Medicine's +2.
All right, I'll investigate. He'll use medicine.
Nat 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 on investigation.
Okay.
It was a 2.
Both of
but
you,
it's a
both of you
17.
kind of bend down and start looking at the steer's corpse. There's no really discernible marks or indication of how it died upon its body, but like as you're kind of like running your hand up its flank, you get closer to its head, and you're going to notice seems to be 2 very small bite marks at the base of its neck. And so the guy also, as you're doing this, he says, well, you see anything? We're all spooked, and on top of it, the boss doesn't want to pay anyone to stand watch. And
Message just to him.
As of right now, yeah.
Which one of us saw the... Well, if you saw them,
Yeah, he rolled the net 20.
Oh, yeah, so then you saw them. Do you want to...
I don't want to tell them what it is.
You and I can speak very specific languages.
Okay, so I'm gonna whisper in Orcish to just tell him, and also to tell him to relay to Dangar that it looks. Oh, should I roll history to see if I know where?
it wouldn't be history. It would be. I'm trying to think what the best category for this would be.
What are you trying to roll for?
I mean, it's a nat 20 on medicine.
Yeah,
Would he know what the bite marks are from?
that's what I'm trying to roll for.
Not 20, I would
think you'd
assume
know
you'd
what
know,
they are.
yeah.
I don't know. Let's ask.
You wouldn't necessarily be able to tell what the bite marks are. You found the bite marks, even though they're not really visible to the naked eye. You'd have to pull the fur aside.
Is there something
examine.
he could roll to get an idea of what made the bite marks?
I would say survival.
All right.
17.
Okay. So, as you're examining the bite marks, you notice that the corpse is full. The corpse of the cattle is fully drained of blood.
So I'm whispering in Orcish I'm gonna tell Thaddeus relays to Dangar. Looks like a vampiric bite.
I look over and I see him a bit disturbed, and I'll say that it's telepathic connection, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Telepathically, I relay that to him. Looks like a vampire murdered this cow. I say, well, boys, I don't know what the fuck did this, but you guys better go tell the boss. You're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, well, another one, there's nothing we can do about it. He didn't want to pay anybody to stay and watch overnight. It's his problem. We're just spooked is all.
It's a shame. Beautiful cow. Well, tell you what, boys, you go talk to the boss. We'll butcher this one. We'll take it with us. And I want to try to persuade them to go inside and talk to the boss.
You might want to roll persuasion because they're not just going to let you take the cow.
And then we can have a
It is
cow
their
to take
property.
back to the...
It's already drained.
It's already drained. It's probably nice and light. Got a whole cow. Get some steaks. Whoops. There we go. 19 plus
Ah, you're-
7.
yeah,
That's
you
a
don't- you don't go that
26.
far. So you do convince them. They're like, we don't want to even attempt to sell this. We don't know if it's been infected with nothing. By all means, it's yours.
We'll clean it up, boys.
Now the question is though, you don't have Thundertoe in the cart anymore,
And you're also carrying
even
smoke
drained
powder.
of blood. This thing's
No, the
pretty-
smoke powder
it
went
was
back
on
in the cart.
This thing's you're able to carry it if you want, Jack, but you're gonna be lugging a steer's corpse around with you. Up to you. You could stash it somewhere. You could.
Yeah, we can stash it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, before we go into the sewers, I'll put it out over there somewhere.
Okay. You'll hide it. Come back for it later.
Yeah.
Come back for a snack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a cleaver and hack off a leg and I bring you with me.
All right, so then we'll go around to the back now.
Okay. So you're gonna walk back behind the main pen that you're at. You're gonna go. There's some piles of rubbish and some old crates. You're gonna kind of push them aside, and you're gonna see a grate to the sewer in the ground. There's a bunch of foul-smelling liquids seeping into it, like runoff from the slaughterhouse.
We're home, Jack.
Now,
Just kidding. Our house is way
I'm
better.
assuming you're headed down into the sewer, correct?
Yeah, we would
Yeah.
know how to open it to get into this place,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay.
You pry it open, slide it to the side. Now, it's an old rusty ladder leading down, and each rung is more slippery and foul-smelling than the next.
How far down is the drop?
Well, I'd say it's a good 10, 15 feet down until you reach the floor of the sewer, but who descended first?
I want to know. Can I do like a cool acrobatics, like fireman, like slide down the ladder?
Well, again, my question is,
I'll go
who
first.
descended first?
I'll go first.
All right, so as
Acrobatics.
Thaddeus is descending, like I said, those rungs are very slippery. You're going to start to lose your footing.
Well, that's why I want to use
Athletic-
acrobatics. Just
Roll an athletics.
slide. Athletics or acrobatics? Because athletics is strength based.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Yeah.
All right, well, we got this then. It's an 18 plus 15.
Jesus Christ.
That's
So
a
you
that's a 33.
So you do lose your footing, but you kind of do like a backflip through the air,
Yeah.
and you just land on the ground perfectly fine, and you look up and you say,
Come on down, boys. Easy peasy.
Well, since I'm 7 feet tall, I just kind of
yeah,
yeah.
It's not a big drop
slam it
for
to
you.
the ground.
Can I do acrobatics to do a superhero landing? Like
Sure.
Spider-Man?
Sure.
I cast fly on myself and just float.
Oh, come on. Try to go down the ladder. You baby.
All right.
Superhero landing.
Yeah.
Come on, you baby. Go down the ladder.
Nope. I cast fly,
He's aura farming. He just floats down.
and I'm gonna stay floating so that my feet don't touch the nasty filth of the sewer. I'm just gonna float a few inches above it.
So now you're basically, there is a pathway like on top. There's like a foul-smelling, brackish, disgusting stream of who knows what down the center of the sewer, but it is very dark down here. The only light that's coming in is from some of the sewer grates that are up above, obviously, but otherwise it's pretty damn dark. The air's definitely cooler, but a lot heavier. The smell's overpowering. And you're going to begin your journey towards the lair of the Whispering Shadows.
Yes.
Now, let me set the scene.
Some claws left in there.
I
I
need
don't
the
think
black
so.
marker, please.
That was the last one.
Ugh.
Are we keeping this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Black marker. Okay, so you're going to be approaching from this direction. Wait. I'm drawing it backwards, so you're coming up the passageway.
Nice. Definitely doesn't look like ejaculate.
Do we have a green marker?
Yeah, right there.
We do. Okay.
Colors are bullshit.
Colorblind.
Why, you can't see green?
From here, it looks like black.
That is black.
Yeah.
Not good.
Bro, I'm definitely going to have, when I'm DMing, some color-based puzzle. I hope you two are alone. I'd be like, well, your characters aren't colorblind. Figure it out. Are your characters colorblind?
Dude, that freaking color thing at the end of PG3. I don't know if you had to do it. Where you connect all the dots.
Oh, yeah.
That was so annoying. That was so annoying.
Oh, I
This is
remember what part
the
you're talking about.
disgusting, sewer water refuse running through the whole sewer.
And there's nice things.
And there's the pathway, along the sides.
All right.
All right, so hold on. I have some things to put down on the board.
Well, I'm walking on the side, bro. I'm not walking through the sewer, Mark. Jack leads the way.
I'm floating over it.
Floating over the water. Wizardworks, guys. Great sponsor. Love Dylan. Where's Milo when you need him?
He's in there somewhere.
He's around here
They
somewhere.
spontaneously combusted.
Gotta love it. Anyone else you want to shout out during this time?
I mean, definitely Dylan from WizardWorks, Legendary Realms Terrain. Those facades that we were using for the storefronts.
Yep.
Are
All the stuff we're doing
fucking
right
cool.
now is Legendary Realms. Gotta love them. Looking on the lookout for drow children.
No, this is it's a pile of garbage.
Oh,
That's the look I'm going for.
Good. Legendary Realms Terrain.
Okay,
Wizardworks.
good enough.
Love you, Dylan.
All right, so you guys are traveling up. Oh, actually, hold on. Bear with me. Forgot about something. Oh my god. So you guys are traveling up the main passageway of this sewer, and you come to your first turn, and you know this to be the direction of the Whispering Shadows.
Oh, okay.
So do you go that way?
That's where we're
Yeah,
going,
that's
right?
where we're going.
Okay.
100%.
So you head down this passageway. However, you come to a dead end. It looks like there was a collapse in the tunnel, and there's no way you're getting to the Whispering Shadows from this direction. There's just a gigantic pile of rubble.
Guess they're all dead. Head back to the bastion.
But you know that there are several ways of getting in. There's some back entrance ways, like further up the sewer. So
Jack, can you lift any of these boulders?
I can try.
there's no way you're gonna be able to. It's a gigantic collapse in the sewers. I mean,
You have any spells Any spells that could be in?
Let me throw you.
Don't you have a potion of like hill giant strength or something?
It'll make my strength.
again, you're talking about a gigantic collapse in the sewer. This is a gigantic pile of rubble, thousands and thousands of tons of.
Oh, could you turn us all into gas?
No, gaseous form. I think it's just on.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I said, there's obviously other passageways leading into
There
the
are.
Whispering Shadows.
But there
I
also,
can do gaseous form on all three of us.
could we get through if we were gas?
No.
Ah, go
Why
on.
not? It's not a solid slab of concrete, right? If we're gas, there's going to be some crevices. Right?
No. Not possible.
This guy.
DM's making a call here, boys. I think let's.
Yeah, I think I'm making it.
I think my explosive bolt.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have
You
the
don't have
powder
it.
on us, right?
You're 2 days away from
I know.
DM's pulling a fast one. Let's
Nah.
continue down the original corridor.
I kicked the rocks in frustration.
So yes, you are frustrated. You know, this would have been easy, you know, into the guild, but clearly the main entrance is blocked off. You're gonna head down until you reach the main.
Can I just quickly investigate? Does it look like it collapsed through the natural causes, or was there some sort of fight or altercation where like something blew up?
Roll
We
investigation.
were like walking into an ambush or something. 17.
So you do notice that it seems that it actually was a man-made collapse of the tunnel.
Okay.
It looks like it was done on purpose. It's almost that you could detect traces of the explosion, perhaps.
Can we
So for some reason, you're wondering why they would have purposely sealed off this tunnel.
do I need to roll something? I want to see like how recent it seems like this happened. Because if Milo like yesterday was telling us, hey, I just got sent to tell you to come here.
Yeah.
Like, is this something that just happened? Investigation.
Yeah, roll investigation.
14.
You could tell that it's fairly recent. You don't know. You can't discern exactly when it happened. But
I go, Milo, are you there? They go, are you dead? Elvis! Where's Elvis? All right, let's go another way.
All
right, so you're going to head back into the main passageway, and you're going to head
I don't want to walk on the crappy water.
Yeah, you're walking on the
Walk on the
pathway,
side.
not in the middle of the refuge.
Well, I'm floating, so.
Okay, you float through the
Say, Jack, lead the way.
So
You big bastard.
as you continue to navigate the
Slap him on
sewers,
the ass.
the stench is getting even stronger and stronger. Instead of smelling like garbage, it almost starts to smell more like decay and rotten flesh. I'd like you all to roll a Constitution check.
I was going to say, I'm trying to see if I have anything that I could stuff in my... I have ball bearings, or I shove ball bearings in my nostrils. Constitution check or Constitution saving throw?
16.
Saving
Okay.
throw? No,
16.
Okay.
18.
All right. You're all able to stave back the overwhelming sense of wanting to vomit. You maybe take a piece of scrap clothing that you have, put it over your mouths, your noses, stuff in whatever kind of herbs you might have laying in your
I was
pocket.
going to say, I have my mask, like my black cloth.
Yeah, you can throw it over.
So I tie that around my head so that it covers my nose.
All right, so now around the next bend, you're going to come to a very large portion of the sewer. Very large room, and there's 4 separate paths branching off in different directions. And you never had taken this way of getting to the guild, so you're not really sure which path you should take. And in the middle of the room, instead of being the deep river of filth, it's kind of like a mounded pile of just garbage and decaying matter. And it seems like a lot of the liquid is draining into the middle of the room. So the water is led into this big open area of just filth and garbage, and you can't really tell in the dim light necessarily what besides garbage is in this pile, but it stinks. It's disgusting. There's hundreds of rats scurrying about the room, feasting on whatever they can get their mouths on.
Are any of them Elvis?
And it seems like there's a large, in the ceiling of the room, there's like a large, almost like hatch. And it seems like this is like a dumping ground, in other words.
Okay.
So maybe the district uses this as the main area to just throw shit into the sewer. Don't worry about it. Maybe they throw some other things down here that they don't want anybody to know about,
Okay, so we want to look down obviously the first kind of tunnel.
Can I investigate these pathways to see if there's one that seems well traveled? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, is there obvious like
You'd have to
footprints?
start approaching one if you'd like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So now,
How about let's all take one?
As you're making your way around the room, you're going to also notice that all of a sudden, hundreds of rats in the room just go silent and then just start scurrying in every direction away from the center of the room. I want you to all roll perception. Mike, roll for me.
I got you.
Plus 6.
Okay. 18 for Jack.
That's a 6, but it's a 15 because of my diesel human trait, my rogue
Okay.
trait.
14 again.
So
14, 18, and
15.
and yeah.
14, 18, 15.
All right, so you guys notice that the rats seem to be fleeing from something, and it seems like the pile of refuse in the middle of the room, it seems like there's something moving beneath it.
Fireball?
I was going to say.
As you notice,
Go ahead, fireball it up.
As you notice this, all of a sudden, the pile of refuse explodes in every single direction. I want you to all roll acrobatics.
Dexterity saving throw or acrobatics?
Roll acrobatics.
17.
25.
Nat one.
Okay. You all managed to either duck, dodge,
Dodge.
away from all the different refuse.
I see an incoming wrench.
Yeah.
Step to the side.
So none of you get hit, but it was close call. And emerging from this pile is a creature that none of you have ever encountered before.
I found my crossbow.
It resembles almost like an overgrown maggot. And its skin is slimy, gleaming in the light. And a set of thrashing blue tentacles is coming from its fanged mouth. And its large, multifaceted eyes are fixed upon you. Roll initiative.
Looks like sushi. I want to try to convince it to be our friend.
So, put him in the middle of the room.
18.
25.
All right, hold on.
Your initiative is plus 10. Jesus.
Bro, my initiative is based on dexterity.
Yeah, I know.
Hold
My
on.
dexterity is a 20. You want to go first?
Cut that black. Oh, here it is.
I mean, the water is not deep, is it?
There is no water in the middle.
Oh.
It's basically a giant pile of garbage, and there's just like little. The water's kind of pooling into a grate below the pile of garbage. Hold on.
You want to go first?
Alright, tell me, Tony.
Well, it helps me just because
I know.
I get sneak attack damage if you're close to it, and I can use my help action to
Hold
Give
your
you-
thoughts on
give you
initiative.
advantage
Just,
on your attacks. 4.
You're gonna go last, yeah.
Whatever.
What'd you guys roll?
25.
Okay.
Mike,
Initiative was 18.
I'm swapping with him. So
he's a 4.
I'm 25. He's 4.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's gonna
we're
be
gonna swap.
Jack, Thaddeus, Dangar.
No, Jack, Dangar, and then I would have a 4.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I don't know where the monster goes.
And this monster, which just letting you know it's called a carrion crawler, is last.
It rolled less than a 4?
Oh no, sorry. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
You're last.
That's fine.
Now let me just track.
Your initiative is plus 10? Yeah, it is,
Plus
baby.
1.
Well, I also have alert, so I have advantage and plus whatever on initiative.
And
Bro, I built the most diesel rogue. It's not even fair.
okay. Let me
I have
just see
alert,
something
which
real
gives me
quick.
plus 5 to all my initiative rolls and allows me to swap. So my dexterity gives me plus 5 and the alert gives me plus 5. It's disgusting. Bro, giving me access to a level 10 rogue.
Level 9 monk, level 4 fighter.
I was thinking about multi-classing into warlock because I'm really embracing this mask thing.
Okay. Jack, what are you doing?
Yay, quarterstaff.
Fuck him up. You see me in the back. Fuck him up.
Oh, it went up. Mine to hit. Oh, plus 10 now.
Nice.
Nice.
17.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. Then more of those. 16.
Doesn't hit. So this big monstrosity, slimy maggot, just jukes and jives, twists his body around your strikes.
All right, so then I'll use one of my key points to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me... Oh, whoops. No. Okay. So, same thing. 16. No.
Nope.
26.
That hits.
Okay,
You
good.
finally got to hit it.
Thank God.
Finally. 1d8. That's 1 plus 5. So 10 damage.
Okay. Anything else? Why are you smiling?
Action surge.
Okay. All right.
That's going
For it, huh?
All right. So I get 2 more attacks because it's
Yeah, you get a
Yes.
whole other
Yes.
action.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Hits.
Do that.
Roll the other hit.
Okay. This is with my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
25.
Both hit.
Okay.
Now roll damage twice.
So 8 plus 13. So 25 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So 35 altogether.
Okay.
Nice.
Anything else, Mr. Monk?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay.
I already used my bonus action.
Mr. Dangar?
All right. So I got Jax in front of him fighting him. I'm going to heat up on fire in my hands. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at the 6th level. So
It's like freezing.
Yar, 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 yar. It's going to say yar 7 times.
7 times or 6 times?
7 times.
Okay.
7
It's a
rays.
6, so it's the spell itself is 3, and I get 4 extra rays.
Okay, so you have to roll.
I'm gonna
dice
roll-
to hit each time.
I'm gonna roll 7 to hits
Okay.
first to see how many.
All right.
Roll 70-20s.
All right, so that's a miss. 1 missed. 3, 16.
Nope.
4. Jesus
Bro,
Christ.
throw that die away.
Okay, so that's 1 hit. That's 22.
Yes.
This and 20.
Yes.
2 hits
Alright,
out of
so that's
7.
garbage.
Jesus
2 or 3
Christ.
hits out of 7.
2.
2.
2. Okay.
So it's gonna be 4 d6s.
And you roll damage for each one, right?
Yeah,
One
it's
separately?
2 for each one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 2 hits, so it's 4 d6s. 6, 12, 13 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
And then as
Bonus.
yeah, let me actually wait.
A vapey poo. Where's that D20 in the back of it?
All right, so I still have. So I'm gonna move up a little bit. I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath on Jack.
Okay.
So Jack will have Dragon's Breath now, and then I'm gonna back up. I'll move up just close enough that I can. Yeah, but you have the option now, and I cast it on 6th level, so it'll be 76s.
I'll do my flurry. It's a bonus action, right? Or is it an action?
Action.
It's an action for you to use it as an attack.
It's the creature's turn now?
Yes, it is.
All right.
All right. So this thing
Yeah.
is pretty pissed off. It just got its back burnt a little bit. So it's going to turn to Jack because Jack's right in its face.
Yeah, I am.
And it's going to use its paralyzing tentacles attack, which is a +8 to hit. 20?
Yeah.
All right, so it hits. 3d8s plus 3. Where's my d8s? Where's my d8s? Right here, right? So that's 19 damage.
Mhm.
Roll against a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Okay, you're paralyzed.
Ooh, paralyzed.
So this thing rears back and it just lashes out its tentacles, deals you 19 damage, and it just freezes you in place.
There should be a paralyzed ring in there.
Yeah,
All right.
there's definitely paralyzed.
All right. So I see.
Now each, unless somebody can unparalyze you, each turn you're gonna roll that same saving throw. If you fail 3 times, you're permanently paralyzed. Stuck in a sewer, permanently paralyzed. Just
All right.
fucked. Now hold on. It doesn't have any bonus actions, so wait, hold on. No, okay.
Paralyzed is not good.
Thaddeus.
So I see Jack hit and go paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna rush up, and then I'm gonna immediately go at it with my daggers.
Okay.
So I whip out my daggers and I go to hit it. First dagger. It's a natural 18 plus 11.
That hits.
That's it. Second dagger is 9 plus 10, so 19.
It hits.
All right, so first dagger has sneak attack damage. Actually, hold on. Before I attack with the second dagger, I'm going to use the first dagger with the sneak attack damage to try to knock it prone.
Can you knock prone a target that's much larger than you?
It just says trip. If the target is large or smaller. So is it large? How big is its class?
It's bigger than large. This thing is pretty massive. So there's no chance of you knocking this thing prone.
Oh, it's not considered large?
No.
Okay, then I'm just going to attack it, yeah. All right, so then both those hit. So what's my sneak attack? 6 extra d6?
Actually, no. It is considered a large monstrosity. So yes.
So then,
you
yeah,
have
so
a chance
then
of knocking you.
I want to try to trip it. So trip is 7d6s, so I'll only roll 6d6s.
Okay.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw of 18 or be tripped.
Okay, 1 second.
Sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Now, I don't get why sometimes they don't
this in
list
Star Wars, don't they?
DM question. I don't get why they don't sometimes list the saving throw for all the skills. Is that because it doesn't get a bonus?
No, what's its dexterity?
It says +3.
There you go.
Okay, all right. So
5.
what do I have to roll?
18.
Okay, 1 second.
I'll double check that, but yeah, dexterity saving throw of 18.
Okay.
10.
No.
15.
Fails. 5.
It's 10, 15, 25. Let's see, that's 29. Savage attacker, though. I get to re-roll. That's 6, 12, 18. That's 20. 28 plus 6.
34.
That's 34. So that's 34 damage on the first strike. And because it's knocked prone, I technically had advantage on the second strike. So I'm just going to... 19 already hit, but let me just... Yeah. I didn't get a natural 20. All right.
Okay. So no crit.
Then this is just 1d4 plus 5. That's 8 more damage to it.
-8.
And then I want to use my bonus action to see if I can help Jack shake his paralyzation.
Can help do that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Can maybe get like advantage on it or something.
Hold on.
See if it gives advantage on saving throws.
Let's see. That's my attack dice. Help should be on the thing I have. But I don't think so.
No, the help action in D&D 5e does not give advantage on saving
No.
throws.
Yeah. You can't use help to unparalyze him.
No.
Unless you had some sort of potion, remove like curse or remove paralysis spell.
Yeah.
Like a greater restoration spell. But you're gonna have to continue to roll your saving throws.
All right.
Once it's your turning in, Jack.
All right. I'll still help Jack. I'll say, Jack, get up, focus. So if you snap out of it, at least you got something. And then that's my turn.
All right. So now, before your turn, all this commotion in the sewer has stirred up some other creatures. Coming down one of the tunnels to see what's going on are 2 giant plague rats. So I'm rolling initiative for them. They each got a 12, so they're going to go
After Dangar.
after Dangar.
Oh boy.
And 1 second. Bear with me.
Paralyze is not good. Every hit is an automatic crit.
All right, I'm good. All right, so it's
Where are the
I
rats?
gotta roll.
What was it? 15.
Where are the rats?
The rats, my friend. Choose any passage, doesn't matter to me. But
The one right
put them at
behind
the beginning
Dangar.
of one of the passages.
Well, there's one that's like right behind Dangar. Or...
No, we won't do that to him.
It's coming down the main tunnel, you said?
No,
Or-
one of the side passages.
Oh.
All right, so
okay.
let's say over here,
Yeah.
closest to me. Or we'll put him in the middle, split the difference.
19.
Okay, you snap out of your paralysis.
There you go, Jack.
Is that at the beginning of his turn or the end of his turn?
I believe it's at the beginning.
So what would I get? Just like a bonus action?
Yeah, because you're using an action to break out of it, so you could use a bonus action if you have one.
Then you have advantage on your first attack.
I'm using my flurry of blows to fuck this guy up.
There you go.
Oh, good night, CJ Pop.
You actually have double advantage because it's prone.
Mm-hmm. So for my first attack,
Roll 3 d20s on the first one.
23. Well, let me see.
Yeah, that hits.
Let me see if I crit it. Hold on. I don't. Okay, so
One more.
I hit.
more.
Okay, so I hit the first one. Now I'm going for my second attack.
Okay.
It's
fail?
No, it's a 12.
Oh, okay.
It was like a 20 and then it flopped over to a 2.
Flopped
Yeah.
over.
So it's just 1d8.
How is it looking right now? It's still looking...
And it's still pretty beefy, you know.
So it's gonna take 12 damage.
Okay. Starting to look a little banged up, but it's still got a lot of fight left in it. Dangar.
I did 48 damage to it with my
All right.
freaking strike.
I'm gonna roll this way. Over here. And I'm gonna cast Charm Monster on the thing in the middle.
Ooh.
The plague... the big giant worm maggot.
You don't know what it is, but it's a carrying crawler.
Okay.
Wormy.
What does it have to do to try to...
It's a Wisdom 17 saving throw.
Okay, 1 second. Damn. I only got a +1 with that.
Well, yeah, big monsters don't have a lot of wisdom.
19.
Uh,
So, you try to cast a spell, and the monster, it like absorbs into the monster, and it just like turns
Guardian
around,
Leviosa.
looks at you. With its big multifaceted eyes. Looks pissed off. Is there anything else you'd like to try? To attempt this turn?
Not as a bonus.
Okay. Alright, so it's going to go back to the carrying crawler.
Actually, wait.
Wait.
So I cast that at 5th level. So it's 2 monsters.
Okay, so you want one of the rats?
One of the rats, too.
Okay, fine. 1 second.
The same thing.
You want to hand me the rings?
Okay.
I can see the
So
colors and
It's the
navigate
same
much
thing.
faster than
17.
you.
I can read.
It fell.
Okay.
I can read.
All right, so at least one of the rats is charmed now.
Now, what does Charm do? It enables it to not attack you, right?
Let's see. Let's see.
It's all about the colors.
I
Matt.
think Charm does prevent it from attacking you, but it could attack something else on its turn.
It just says has the charmed condition.
Okay.
You should be able to-
Charm do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't attack you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So at least you're not in harm's way, but that doesn't mean your companions aren't. All right. You done, Mr. Dangar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now the first rat, let's say it's the charm rat for purposes, is going to run right up to Thaddeus.
Bastard. All right.
And let's see
What's up,
it
rat?
does.
You fucking rat. Say, what up, rat, and I kick it.
Where's our pet dragon?
Hold on one second.
Yeah, that's a great question, man.
Where's our
If
pet
only we
dragon?
had a monster of our own that could help us out, that maybe spoke Draconic. You know? Do you know of anything like that, man? I don't know.
What?
I said maybe if only we had a monster of our own that could help us, that spoke Draconic, maybe. Yo, stop playing footsie with me. Put your feet on your side of the table.
They are on my side of the table.
No, they're not. My feet are like 2 inches in front of my chair.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I wanted to try to take him out.
Yeah. Well, he'd still attack us.
I know, but it's
This is great.
it didn't.
This is something new, and I like this. All right. Anyways, being that the rat is plagued and diseased, any attack it has, you do have to succeed a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, or you're going to contract the disease.
That's fine.
And
It is what it is. What you doing, rat man?
all right, so the rat's going to run up to you, and it's going to use its tail slam attack. It's plus 7 to hit.
Sounds like a Pokemon attack.
Rat-a-tat! Rat-a-tat! 9 plus 7, is that hit?
16?
Yeah, 16.
No, that's my AC.
Okay.
Doesn't hit.
All right, so it's going to miss.
Yeah. Tie goes to the
And-
defender.
Yes, it does.
I see its wave its tail. Get out of here,
And
rat.
that's it for rat 1.
I shoot away.
Rat 2 is going to do the same thing, run up to you and try to use tail slam.
Me too?
Yep. Doesn't like you. It also misses.
Yeah, fuck you, rats.
So the rats do nothing that turn.
Hey, shoo, get out of here.
It's your turn.
And
Well, no, the monster
Oh,
goes.
that's right. That's right.
it's the carrying crawler's turn. So back to the carrying crawler.
Should be able to use gas to get through that wall, Chris.
Shh. Okay.
It's not our fault you didn't think of gas.
All right. So the carrying crawler is going to turn towards Jack.
It's already facing him.
Well, actually, no. It has to get up from prone, right?
Yeah, it has to
but-
spend half its
Yeah.
movement.
All right, so get rid of prone. But at this point, it's going to go after Jack, and it's going to use its bite attack this time, which is a plus 8 to hit. 17 hits. Make a. Oh wait, actually no. Hold on. 2d6.
Swindled that poor man out of his money.
That's 8 damage plus another 4d6 poison damage. 8.
Oh, nasty monster.
That does 27 damage. Now, if it's saying it's doing poison damage, that doesn't necessarily mean he's poisoned, though.
No.
No.
Poison
Okay.
condition and poison damage.
But if he had like resistance against poison, we'd probably do half that.
half
Yes.
damage.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you take 27 damage, and that's all it's doing on its turn.
So now it's to Jack.
No, to
That's
no,
me.
Danger, or to Thaddeus.
All right. So, how high is the ceiling here?
I'd say this is maybe like 15 feet up.
15 feet.
Yeah.
How tall is the carrying crawler?
I'd say the carrying crawler is maybe at least like 10 feet tall.
So I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Wing boots, baby.
Okay.
I'm going to take to the air. I'm going to fly up 15 feet.
That's right.
Fly, you fool!
I can just run up on the wall if I wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to fly up 15 feet.
No, I can fly too.
I'm going to back up a little bit too. back up a little bit, and then I will shoot at the carrion crawler with my whatchamacallit, crossbow.
Okay.
Since I'm 15 feet up, do I have advantage on the attack?
No, because you're in a relatively non-high up chamber. You know,
That's fine.
you're only 5 feet above the thing.
It's a 15.
It doesn't hit.
Fuck.
Can we tell if the carrion has any ranged attacks?
I mean, if you want to use an action to investigate or perceive.
Nope.
No.
No. Oh, I could have used something else instead. That's okay. Damn. I should have stayed in combat range, but that's okay. All right, so that's my turn.
Okay.
I forgot I had misdirection. I could
Back
if
to
something
Jack.
hits me, I could make it hit something else.
Alright, so the bonus action, I'm gonna use my second wind, which is 1d10 plus 4. Of course. Fucking 1.
5 health.
I'll get that back, and then yeah, quarterstaff time. All I need is a 19. Cool.
What are you rolling?
Crit failed the first one to hit with my quarterstaff. That's garbage. And then an 18 on the second one.
Yeah, it hits.
Yes.
8 plus 5. Another 9 damage.
9 damage.
You still have Dragon's Breath, too.
I know.
Any bonus actions?
I already used my bonus action.
Oh, okay. So you're good?
Yeah.
Dangar?
All right. So I'm going to grab my ball of bat guano and sulfur.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it as a careful spell.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you're using a sorcery point, right?
I'm going to yell, Labir, and throw a level 7 fireball right in the middle of the room.
Okay. So
It's
right in the middle, like all 3 monsters?
Yeah, it's going to be Dex 17
What's the
saving throw.
Okay.
what's
Let
the
me-
radius on it?
Let me see if it says
It's
anything.
definitely big enough to hit them.
Don't worry about me.
I cast it as a careful spell.
For him.
I can target up to 4.
Carrying
Oh,
crawler
really? Yeah.
fails.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So good.
That careful spell with fireball is
The
nice.
carrying crawler fails. Rat 1 fails. What was it? 17?
Yeah.
Rat 2 does not fail.
Okay.
It succeeds.
Is the rat 2 the charmed one?
Yeah, let's say it's a charm. Roll.
Okay.
Does that give it disadvantage on saving throws against you?
Well, how long did charm
No.
last, though?
Well, it's going to last until now, because once I attack it, it
Okay,
goes away.
alright.
But, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes.
Sleep.
Matt, give me some D6s.
How many?
No, I need 3 more. I don't like those ones. They're too hard to read. I just need one more. Yeah, give me a normal one. There you go. Okay.
Mine are not too hard.
Jesus.
And take my ball of bat shit and a Labir and throw it in the middle of the room. Oh, that's a lot of 5s and 6s. 10.
You can start
20.
reading the numbers.
Hold on.
Just add them up.
30.
He's doing it. I think you've got it in his head. I trust him.
32, 34, 30. So it's 40 damage to the 2 that failed and 20 to the one that
Okay,
succeeded.
hold on 1 second. Let me just mark this on the page now, because now that I have 3 creatures in the fight, it's getting a little confusing.
Wow, whole 3. You're doing a good job.
I did a battle with an army versus Tiamat. What were there?
And then it would be 20 for the other one, right?
For the one that passed.
How many were in that battle? You 3. You had like 7 or 8 helpers plus Tiamat.
Okay.
Pretty
Anything
sure
else,
I'm
Mr.
pretty sure I
Dangon?
didn't even take damage in that.
No, I'm good.
I know because
Okay.
all the guys were up front and you,
They were all.
you two
yeah.
were standing
Alright,
in the back.
so-
You three were all standing just casting
I
spells.
missed Craggle.
So as you're in the midst of this battle, you hear commotion coming down one of the passageways, and all of a sudden, a group of individuals enters
Our
the room,
boys.
Milo!
and Silas is leading the group,
Yes.
and he's here. Well, fancy seeing you here, boys. What the hell is that thing? It's no matter. To arms! So Silas Whisperwind, and along with let's see, what did I want?
Dinner, Silas.
Two.
I'll tell you, that's not relevant.
So Silas, along with three of his
Kill it! Kill it!
underlings, enters the fight. Here's Mr. Silas.
What tunnel do they come from?
Just whatever tunnel's not occupied by something.
Okay.
One.
He's got a hand crossbow. He's taking my thing. I shoot Silas.
Let me roll initiative for them.
Silas and the homies.
Silas got a 5. Thaddeus, you rolled 4, right?
Yes, no, I rolled 25. I switched with
Okay, what you're
this
next, though,
piece
right?
of shit
Silas,
who rolled a 4. This guy right here.
Okay.
Bro, if we're going to be switching initiatives, you can't be that
12. Who rolled 11?
I rolled an 18. That for Thaddeus is an 18, or for Gangar is an 18.
I feel like
Right now, it goes Jack.
yeah. I know the order, but I'm trying to remember the freaking numbers you guys rolled.
I usually write them next to.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make him go before Silas. For 1, 16. I feel like that's
That go right after Dangar.
yeah. Okay. And then
Everything goes before the monsters, but
15.
me.
We go.
Dragon Breath or Cone Attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could probably.
turn hit all 3.
It's 76s, and I think it's a Dex 17 saving throw.
All right, let me just write their HP down. I'm
Make
good to
sure.
go. Silas.
If I was still engaged, I would say, like, do it even if it hits me because you wouldn't have to worry about me. With deck saving throws.
Yeah, 76 Dex 17, and it's whatever type of.
It's your dex or mine?
No,
it's a save. So they gotta beat it 7. Yeah. No, you're good.
If you're ever casting a spell with a dexterity saving throw, don't worry about me.
Yeah, but you still might take half damage.
No, I don't. I have a trait as a rogue. I think it's evasion. Where is it here?
Okay. Whose turn are we on?
Yeah.
I just cast Fireball.
You just cast Fireball.
Yeah. So whoever had that 16 would probably be next.
All right. So this we're gonna call him Thieves
I have
number
evasion.
2. Give me the
Whenever
guy
I
that has the 2
succeed in
daggers.
dexterity saving throw, I take 0
2 of them
damage
do.
instead of half.
One of them.
And if I
Whoever has
fail,
2
I only
daggers.
take half.
Okay.
Oh, and also, how many are on the board?
There's Silas and,
And
3.
3 guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have one roll up to the carrying crawler. Okay. Bear with me here. So
Well,
he is a
What's his movement?
Probably more than
30.
20. Yeah.
Have him flank it so he gets advantage. Now you both have advantage. Flanking.
Well, wouldn't he be flanked on the other side too?
Yeah.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
because he was here.
Yeah, so isn't he on the one side?
Flanking, you have to be across from your ally.
Oh,
You have to be
okay, I
direct.
see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
So you have to be like directly across
Alright,
to gain
fine, so
flanking, and then you
alright.
gain advantage on
Yeah.
your
All right, I
melee
learned
strikes.
something new. Fine.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
Well, he has
Um,
that's 10 more movement, so he has 20 plus 10, 30. He's right there.
All right, so it's going to do a sneak attack. Because if it has advantage on the attack roll, it can do a sneak attack.
Correct.
All right, so
See?
it allows for 1 per turn, and it's a +5 to hit with its dual daggers. 18 hits. Oh shit! Did we get that?
So 14 plus 4.
Okay, it hits. So both hit. I don't even have to roll because they both hit anyway, right? 'Cause
No,
I'm
you
getting
roll
advantage.
damage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, you could roll. You could roll just to see if you have nat 20s
Okay, you're right.
on both.
No.
Yeah.
I got 19 though.
Yeah.
All right.
How many extra d6s does he get?
Hold on. It's 1d4.
Yeah, but it's sneak attack.
Hold on. I don't know. I guess the stat block is not like exactly like yours.
Make it up.
If it's sneak attack, what do you want to give him? 4 or 5? I roll 7 extra d6s. How many? Is he a lesser rogue than me?
Yeah, I mean he's
Sure, here.
definitely way lower level than you.
All right, what? 4, 3? How many?
No,
want
it's
to
just 1d4 plus 3.
give him? But it's sneak attack damage.
That's what it's telling me on the stat block.
So
Just make
all
it.
right.
Yeah, just make a call. Do
I
whatever.
was gonna
you
say
wanna
if it's sneak attack, give him extra d6s.
All right, so I guess I'll give him 1 extra d6.
Sure.
He's a lot lower level, so.
Yeah, but every rogue gets sneak attack, even from level 1. You get 1 extra d6.
I should have done my research on the stat block. 6 damage.
D4 and a D6.
Yeah. Jesus. Crappy roll.
What a bum.
do. And it's more than half of what he could have rolled.
I suppose. Hold on.
What?
No, you're funny. Bro, I love these wing boots.
We should have done that right from the beginning. I fly. You walk up to the ceiling.
And I roll one more time,
Attack.
right?
Yeah.
You throw your staff at him.
We got to remember that.
I get to
going
roll one
forward.
more time, though, because it's 2 daggers, right?
Yeah, you roll 1. No sneak attack damage on the second strike.
Oh, okay.
You only get 1 sneak attack damage per turn.
All right, minus 4.
So just roll the d4.
Okay, yeah.
I'm immune to poison and disease.
At what level?
The next level. I'll be immune to poison. Not resistant.
So the carrion crawler's looking pretty fucking weak right now.
Okay.
Now it's the other
The guy with the bow or the other
guy
guy?
with the bow.
Shoot.
All right, so he's gonna knock back his short bow. For +4 to hit. 19 hits,
Nice.
and he's gonna roll his 1d6 plus 2 for piercing damage. Another 6 piercing damage. And does he have any bonus actions? Who's still in here? He does not. Buddy. All right, it's gonna go to the rat number 1.
Okay.
It's going to attempt to bite Jack.
The other guy is closer to it. Would it still go around to Jack? Like this guy is closer, but would it still go around to Jack?
Is that rat 1 or rat 2?
This is rat 1.
It's still going to go to Jack.
Okay. Sorry, Jack.
Still have 70 HP.
You're good.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
have. I've been taking damage.
Plus
you
7 to
guys
hit.
taking damage.
19 plus 7 hits. And then I need 2 d8s. I thought I had d8s before.
Good.
All right, 1 second.
I don't mind this setup. At least I have some
So you're gonna take.
Yeah, no,
You're gonna take 13 bludgeoning damage, but then also another 6 poison damage, so 19. Also roll 14 Constitution saving throw.
18.
Okay, you're not poisoned. All right, rat number 2 is going to do the same thing. It's going to attempt to bite you. Crit fails. So I just rears up and you just freaking just lift up your leg. It doesn't even just bites
over it.
thin air.
Checks the leg kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the carrion crawler. So, Mr. Carrion Crawler is going to, at this point, turn around to that guy. The thief number 2.
2?
Yes, he's number 2. Number 1 is number 1 didn't go yet, actually. So he is going to attempt to use his paralyzing tentacles plus 8 to hit.
I don't care if that thing is.
No.
He could die.
Maybe you'll get distracted while it's eating him.
Oh no, it was my leg.
Maybe if it eats him,
Oh no!
It'll leave us alone.
I accidentally hit him with the lightning bolt.
oh, my breath attack. Oh my god.
Oh, he misses. He misses.
I got
So it is
Not
up
ready to
to thief number 1 now, who happens to be a cleric.
This guy with dual wielding swords is a cleric.
help me.
It's okay. Just
Yeah, whatever. Let's see.
Mass healing word.
All right, roll up to the carrion crawler.
Not the rats. The rats are closer. No.
Carrion crawler. It's within 30, right?
Yeah.
All right, so she's gonna attempt to smack it with her mace.
She's got a goatee.
Okay, let's not be literal here.
2025, bro.
They're just placeholders, all right?
I'm joking.
All right.
Where's Milo? I say,
Plus 40.
Silas, where's Milo?
yeah.
We need haste.
Yeah. It does not hit. She misses.
Milo, please.
It's on to Mr. Silas Whisperwind.
Let's just kill his ass too. I'm gonna put everybody to sleep, and Jack is just gonna go stomping around.
Jack is going to take one of the tentacles and just wipe it against his cheek and paralyze him.
Give my right.
New name for giving Dice Towers. New name.
What is it? You said 76s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's this right here. What's Silas doing?
All right, he's going to do a multi-attack. The first thing he's going to do is he has 2 hand crossbows. So he's going to...
2.
Yes, he does. 1 in each hand. So the first thing he's going to do is... I don't like him. You do like him. He's your former gang leader.
Sneak up behind him. I slit his throat.
So it's a +7 to hit. First one misses. Second one hits. Hand crossbow 1d6 plus 4.
Is he a rogue?
5 damage. To the
Is he a rogue?
caterpillar. Yes.
He would get sneak attack
Um,
because there's an enemy within 5 feet.
you are actually right.
I'm a well of D&D knowledge.
Okay, fine. So that's his first. It's doing 5 damage anyway.
All right.
And now it's 1 extra d6. Oh no, 46. Sorry. I don't think it's gonna matter. Alright. So he rears up his next hand crossbow, puts a bolt right between its eyes, and this thing just collapses to the ground.
Nice.
So he takes out the carrion crawler.
You have to ask yourself the question, how do I want to do it?
That is going to net you guys. There we go.
We'll do the XP at the end.
Okay.
Let's keep killing.
All right. And as part of his multi-attack, because he gets 3 attacks, is he within 30 feet of one of the rats?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Roll up to the closest rat.
But he has a crossbow, doesn't
He also has a dagger.
he? Oh, okay.
Dual wielding crossbows and is attacking with a dagger.
Yeah, his ability. He doesn't have to use like the standard like reloading ability in his crossbows, so he could fire off 2 shots and then roll in with a dagger attack.
Oh,
So
Alright.
with that being said, +7 to hit on the rat.
I don't like this guy.
So I'm down to take him out.
The 16 hit.
Take over the Whispering Shadows ourselves.
Leader.
Yes.
Dang, I was
16
thinking
hits.
big
Thaddeus
picture.
Undersnatch, the leader of the Whisper.
Dang, I was thinking big picture.
1d4 +4.
That's rat number 1 he's attacking.
9.
9 damage to rat number 1.
Yes.
You trip it.
Hold on.
No, he killed it
Yes.
after you did all the heavy lifting. Chris said, how do I want to do it?
All right, Thaddeus.
All right, I'm up here. I see the shit's going down. I'm going to use my bonus action to
How long are you able to hover with those boots?
An hour.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action here to... I'm going to give myself a hand here. I'm going to use steady aim. Reduces my speed to 0, but I get advantage on my crossbow attack. I'll attack rat number 2.
Okay.
I rolled double 8s, but that's okay. 18.
Yes, it hits.
I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I'm just going to take all 7 dice and just murder train. Let's see, that's 12... 20...
6 or 7 dice.
7.
You're missing one.
I am? Oh, I am. 20, 22. Let's see, that's 27.
Nice.
Savage attacker, hold on. 6. Oop, that was another 6. That's 12. 22. 22 plus 8 is 30. 30 plus 35 damage
Woo!
on rat number 2.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right.
It's still alive?
Yeah.
Sturdy rats. Probably.
They are They are large, diseased plague rats.
What's the Princess Bride? Abnormally large rodents.
Yeah. All right. It is back to Jeff.
I'm gonna use frost breath on the 2 rats right next to me.
Okay.
Mhm.
What do they have to do?
Dex of 17.
Okay. Let me see.
And then 7d6. I know.
Rat 1 succeeds. Rat 2 does not.
Reroll it. It was cocked. Right. Just saying. It's cocked to reroll it.
14, 24. So the one that saved takes 12. The one that didn't takes 24.
12 damage, rat number 1. 24 to rat number 2. Next time I roll my turn. Oh, no.
You said 22?
24.
24.
24 and 12.
Which one is banged up?
Rat number 2 is looking pretty weak right now.
I mean, I just did 36 damage to it, and you
Dangar.
hit it with 24.
All right, so I'm going to move
The sturdiest.
over here.
That was just my first action.
Huh?
You're gonna stay right where you are.
Well, if you use Dragon Breath, you only get 1 action.
Yeah, no, I'm still the bonus action. Don't worry.
Oh, you're doing your bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on now.
And actually, didn't 2 go before you?
No.
Or they went after you?
He has the highest initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's 18.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
They go after you.
I will
Nope.
use another one of my key points for my flurry of blows
Okay.
on the weaker rat.
Okay.
That's 20.
It hits.
Alright. And 17.
It hits.
22 damage.
Okay. The rat is barely on its feet.
Damn, this rat took like 80 damage.
All right, so it's over to Dangar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
All
did
right.
40 something to
So
it.
I'm going to move
I did 36.
over behind Silas and Jack. I'm going to take out my crystal rod with a little bit of fur on it. I want to say,
Not trademark.
and I'm going to fire a lightning bolt. I'm going to cast it as a careful spell because it's going to go through Silas and Jack.
Yeah.
But it's going to hit both of them. It's a Dex 17 save and throw.
Okay, let's see.
D6s.
First rat crit fails.
Let's go.
Second rat fails.
Okay. I need 1d6.
Okay, well, one of the rats is going to be vaporized. Rat number 2 is vaporized.
Goodbye.
Okay.
But how much damage did you do to rat number 1?
Hold on. $39. 39.
39? Okay.
Yeah.
Rat number 1 is about to meet its maker, but it's still alive.
Jesus.
That took like 4 damage.
All right, so who's up next?
The guy with the daggers. Have him roll up to that rat.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Done a decent amount of damage with that between that fireball and that lightning
it's gonna
bolt.
multi-attack with its daggers.
Like
plus
80
5 to
damage
hit.
for those 2 spells.
First attack hits.
Bro, that one rat
Second attack hits.
took like 40 from you,
And it's
40 from me, 40 from
1d4
him.
plus 3.
And that rat took like nothing.
So 2d4s
That careful spell comes in super
plus
handy.
6.
It's nice.
Okay, it kills the rat.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Hold on.
How do I want to do it? How do you do it, Chris? Tell us how you finish the rat.
So this guy comes running up and he leaps into the air and just 2 daggers down into the rat's head.
Nice. All right.
All right, so the carrion crawler was a CR of 10, so you're going to get 5,900 XP for that. And each rat was CR of 6, so they're going to give you 2,300. So grand total, 5,900 plus 2,300 plus 2,300, 10,500.
How much?
10,500. 10,500 XP.
Should be at 136, 200.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's just settle up the scene, and then we're going to call it for the evening.
Okay.
1 second.
I stay fly.
Do you just send to the ground like daintily?
I put my crystal wand back in my pocket.
Okay.
I
So.
fly even high, and then I go back down, and then I go back up, and then I go back down. I land.
Bear with me.
I go.
Bear with me.
That carrion crawler.
No.
Can I roll like what would it be if I want to like harvest those blue paralyzing tentacles?
Survival.
Survival? I want to try to harvest those things. Are
They might be
legit.
valued as an alchemist or something, right?
I want to. Is it? So let me ask you this: is it like a viscous poison that does the paralyzation?
Yes.
Can I try to harvest the poison in some like
Do you have
rub it
anything
on?
you? Like,
Do you guys have any like vials or anything we can harvest?
receptacle of some
I
sort?
don't think so.
Let me check my inventory here.
I can drink a potion if you
I was gonna say, do you want to drink a potion then hand me the empty vial?
could.
Do you have any healing potions on you?
I have healing potions too, but I took no damage. Do you want to take one of my potions? I don't care.
Sure.
All right, I give Jack one of my greater healing potions.
Okay.
4d4 plus 4.
Yep. And I'm gonna recover my 2 bolts.
What did you roll for survival?
I haven't rolled anything yet.
Okay.
Survival, I'm not good at. But 12.
As you're
Am I able to like carefully try to use my
Goes
dagger?
paralyzed.
I want to use my dagger
So
to try
as
to
you're
get
trying
some of
as
the.
you're trying to scoop that the poison into the vial, you do successfully scoop it in. However, some lands on your hand.
I'm using the dagger to do it though.
Yeah, and some of it falls off the dagger onto your hand.
Okay.
Roll DC 15 Constitution because you're paralyzed right now.
Well, if I fail the Constitution, I'm paralyzed.
Yes.
19.
Okay, you're not paralyzed.
I wiped that shit off.
Yeah,
I wiped that.
You're like, oh shit.
I go, oh my god, silence, and I rub it on his face. So how much am I able to harvest? Enough to.
Enough to fill the vial. Yeah.
So a greater healing potion vial. How many uses would I get out of this?
Well, unless you don't know like the use of it. I mean, I guess if you threw it at something.
Well, I'm thinking I want to like.
Probably paralyze something.
I'm thinking I want to like dip one of my bolts in it before I shoot.
Okay.
You know, or dip my dagger in it or something.
I'll
you
give
know,
you 5 uses out of it.
Yeah.
Make a note of that.
Yes.
Make a note as like a paralyzing bolt.
5 paralyzing bolts.
Yeah, and I
What
think
is it?
that it probably exists in the app, but I'm not positive.
I'll
I haven't
see.
looked into it.
Yeah, what do you want to set up, Chris?
Well, basically, does anyone want to look around? I mean,
It's just a garbage dump.
Well, I'll investigate the
okay.
area. 25.
Okay.
Investigate this area. Any valuables?
Okay, so
any?
as you're kind of like moving about the area, about
Maybe
to
someone
talk to
threw out
Silas,
something.
Out of the corner of your eye, in the refuse pile, you see what appears to be a small box. Now, what's odd about this box is that even though it was laying in a pile of disgusting garbage and decaying matter, it's almost as if the box is like squeakily clean. What do you
Okay.
do?
Thaddeus, do you want me to take a look at that before before you open it up?
Yeah, I've almost paralyzed myself.
All right, let me roll Arcana on it. Jesus Christ, 3.
So as you look about the box, there's nothing at all is piquing your danger senses, your pleasure senses. Like you don't have any idea what the hell this thing is.
I would say
I'll roll my Arcana, even though it's -1.
my Arcana is actually not that
6.
good.
Same thing. You have no idea what's in this box. You
Let's-
choose to open the box.
I would say let's put it away. If anything, we can take it back to sequester, or we can
Can I
do more research.
can I examine the box?
Of course you can.
I want to investigate it for traps.
Sure.
I think I should give you guidance, but I'll do guidance and get +1 d4.
So I'll just add. I have to add these custom bolts.
We can do that later.
Yeah, I got it. All right. So investigate for traps on this beautiful box. Looks very nice. That's a natural 20.
You do notice that there's nothing piquing your danger senses. There's no lock upon the box. It could be easily opened, and there's nothing going to trigger any kind of.
I open it.
Okay, you open the box. Now, are you guys gathered around him as he's doing this?
Yeah, if we're
Yeah, we're in the
if
middle
all
of the thing,
examining
yeah.
it, yeah.
So, immediately upon opening the box,
I
you
slide a hand
notice
steal.
nothing. There's no item within the box. However, there's like a powder in the box, and Jack immediately recognizes it as an incense that he was very familiar with during his monk training. And this is called the incense of meditation. Now, when you burn this incense upon a short or long rest, you're going to gain +10 temporary hit points, and it's going to grant you advantage on your next saving throw. And you're the only one that can use it. It's meant for monks, and has the distinct smell of lilac and gooseberries.
I dump the powder out.
Jennifer?
I take the powder and I dump it into the sewer.
What does it do? +10 HP?
+10 temporary hit points, and it grants you an advantage on your next saving throw. And I'm going to say you have 5 uses out of it.
I look at
enough incense in the.
I look
the
at this
box to
stuff
use it 5 times.
and I say, I don't know what powder. What the fuck is this shit?
So Jack, do you grab the box from him?
I tell him that's my incense.
You know what this is?
Jimmy. Yes.
Sure, take it.
Thank you.
It's anthrax.
Like I didn't know what it was.
Silas obviously waltzes up to you guys and says, well, that was interesting now, wasn't it? I don't know where the hell that thing came from, but keep telling if they didn't spread these bodies out throughout the sewers enough, there's going to attract something one of these days.
Well, is that the reason? Is this thing the reason why you collapsed the tunnel?
We did. I knew something was going to be attracted to this pile, so I didn't want anyone coming past this and into the hideout. So we blew the entrance of the tunnel.
Could have warned us about it.
Well, we didn't have time. We had other matters to attend to.
We're not part of his guild
And as he's
anymore.
saying this, he's flipping a coin between his
My
fingers. He's
lord,
a real sly individual, this Silas.
We sent the guy to
He
come
says-
pick us up.
He says, why don't we make our way down to the hideout, boys? Let's get cleaned up.
Andiamo. Let's go.
And that's it for this evening.
I
Thank you,
should've-
everybody who's watched.
When he turns around, I didn't like that he's dual wielding hand crossbows, so I shoot him in the back of the head.
I'm down to take him out.
We are streaming again on June 13th. So
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Oh,
All right,
All
everybody,
right,
enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy
The
the
next
rest of your
encounter will be
weekend.
against Jason
And-
Voorhees.
Peace.
Deuces.
Later.